Hello, welcome to my channel, Oracle Intuitions. My name is Catherine. Well, this is your Lionsgate portal reading. So what we're looking into today is we're going to be looking at our current energy towards our desires and our manifestations, where our energy is the strongest and what we're allowing and where we are towards those desires and that manifestation, what it is that we need to be more active in doing, where our suppressed emotions are, how can we confront these emotions and maybe possibly release them, and how can we connect to our higher selves, and as well as a message from the universe. So this is going to be a pick a card reading. I was going to do a general reading for the consciousness, but then just the energies I was picking up and talking to different people, everyone's in a different place, and this is why I chose to do a pick a crystal reading. Okay, it's not really pick a card, pick a crystal. So we've got the amethyst, we've got the orange calcite, we've got the white quartz. So pick a card. Now remember, you can watch the whole reading because there might be messages throughout this that you're going to pick from each one, or that you're going to be able to receive from each one. And sometimes, as it happens, the one that we pick may not be the one that is resonating with us at this time, and that's okay. Just pick another one, move on. Remember that these are still to some degree general readings. They're not going to resonate with everyone, but I do feel that there's messages for the collective consciousness throughout this. So as we're heading into the Lion's Gate, people ask, what is that? Oh, and also too, with each of the crystals, all of the timelines are below. So if you don't want to watch the whole reading, just go into the description box, click on the timeline. It will take you directly to that reading. And also, if you don't want to listen to my intro at this time, that's perfectly fine also. What we're looking at, so we've, with the Lion's Gate, I'm stumbling on my words, I apologize. With the Lion's Gate, this 8-8 energy, beautiful. 8 is the number of abundance. Okay, so we have to remember that number of abundance, 8-8 today. And this porthole is opening up for the next several weeks. So this isn't like a one-time deal. This isn't like, oh, I have to do this today. But these are energies to work on throughout the next few weeks in order to really bring those desires, those manifestations that we're wanting to create toward us. All right. Now, this is a time for miracles. Okay, it is the time to really dig in, to allow ourselves to release. And I'm going to mention here too, this is also a time to let go of those things that are really, holding us back. And that's one of the things that we're going to be getting, looking into also with, as we're going through this, what is it that we need to allow? We're going to go deep into that. I'm actually using a new deck. It's the Dark Mirror. So this is a very deep deck. It really allows us to get in and really pick those things out that it is that we might be holding on to, some sort of, inner traumas, just our inner being. What are we holding within our core that might be holding us back? All right. We're also going to be looking into, again, how to confront these. But one of the things that I want to remind people of is this is also a time of karma. So if you're holding on to things that people may have done to you, or even things that you feel is within yourself, this is the time through this energy that this is going to be balanced. So this allows you to remove or release a lot of that karmic energy, whether you're feeling that you're holding on to it towards yourself, which sometimes we do. We have to be honest. We sometimes hold these energies towards ourselves. This is the time to balance it. But it's also the most beautiful time to let go of what people have done possibly to us. Because as we're going through this karmic cycle right now, those energies are going to be balanced as well. So if somebody is just, let's be honest here, somebody's been a shitty person to you, you don't need to hang on to that energy. This is the time to let it go and let karma take care of it for you. Okay, because sometimes when we're hanging on to that stuff, that is what can prevent us from creating our own manifestations, from achieving our own dreams and our own desires. So this is what we're going to be looking into now. I'm not going to be looking into other people's karma per se, unless it happens to show up, throughout this reading. But you know what people have done to you, and this is what it's saying: is let it go. This is the time to let it go, and let the universe, let the vortex take care of it at this time. So down in the description box, as I said, all of the timelines are there. I'm also using several decks for each crystal. Okay, so we're getting really deep and into this today. We're also all of the decks that I'm using are going to be down in the description box, as well as links to my website, my Facebook, my Instagram, where I do IGTV readings occasionally. I haven't done them in a while, but I do plan on getting back into them fairly quickly here. And let's get started. So the first one we're going to be doing is going to be the purple amethyst. Hello, for those of you that chose the purple amethyst. This is going to be your Lionsgate reading. Again, we're looking into what our current energies are. We're going to be looking into where our energy is the strongest, what we're allowing. How can we be more active in achieving our desires? We're going to be looking into what suppressed emotions we're holding on to, and how we can resolve these, and also how can we connect with our higher self, and a message from the universe. So to start, we're using the Enchanted Map Oracle. This is by Colette Baron Reed. We're also going to be clarifying with some power, the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. So let's get started. So for those of you, this is for Amethyst. Where is your current energy at this current moment? So we've got Moonlight. We have Peaks of Joy. And we have Goblins. I feel, okay, this is what's going on. Okay, we're going to get some clarifying cards. But I feel that for you, the ones that chose the purple amethyst, where you are at this current moment is what it's saying. You are really trying to, I feel like you're going through some peaks and mountains, or mountains and, what do you call it? Foothills. Okay. Peaks of Joy. We've got the Goblins, and we've got this Moonlight coming in. You're really trying to achieve. It feels like you're holding on to definitely something here, but you're going through these peaks of joy. And then you're also going down, into this place where you're still pulling up some old and negative energy. So I really do feel like you're on your way, but what is happening is we have this Moonlight. So when the moon comes in, especially for tarot, what it can be is we still have some hidden things that are going on deep down inside of us. And this can make it really difficult because it feels like you're trying to achieve that energy of joy. Okay, you're trying really hard is what I'm getting, to maintain that energy level that is going to bring about these manifestations that you're trying to create. Okay, and it's like you're staying in this energy of strength and power and joy, and then boom, comes along these goblins, right? And sometimes these goblins, are more illuminated by these things that are hidden inside of us. Okay, that's what I keep getting. So what I'm feeling right now at this time is you're on a good path towards what it is that you're trying to achieve, but we still have some of these hidden things that are still coming up. So let's see what we can clarify within these, with the tarot cards. Let's see what's going to be clarified here. We're clarifying for those that chose the amethyst at this time. Okay, one more. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, let's clarify this peaks and joy. We've got the Six of Gabriel. Yeah. So victory. So here's the thing. This is what it's saying. You're really trying to achieve this element of victory within yourself. You're working very hard. And that's where those peaks of joy come in. So when you're feeling those peaks of joy, you're feeling them with their full strength. You're feeling that success coming in, that victory. You've done the work. And I feel like for some of you, you're confused. You're like, okay, I'm feeling this victory. I'm feeling these peaks of joy. Why am I not still receiving my manifestation? And this is what it's telling you here is I'm feeling that with this moonlight, these goblins, these things are still coming up. It's like you almost need to dig a little deeper. Just go a little bit deeper, and sometimes what happens, we tend to stop ourselves, right? We don't want to feel that, or we don't want to experience that, or we don't want to let it go. Or maybe, we're having trouble with the forgiveness of what these goblins could possibly be. And this forgiveness could be within ourselves. It could be towards others, whatever it is. It could even just be past things, past life type of trauma. And sometimes we don't even need to know what exactly the experience was. We're just feeling the emotion of it. And what I can recommend to you at this time, and I'm going to put the link, I think, down below into the description box about this. There's a method called the Sedona method, if you haven't heard of it, but it helps us to release these things, even if we don't know what the exact, memory is, or the exact emotion is. It helps us to go deeper, to help us to release it, to continue into this area of this peaks of joy. Okay, so that we can continue to feel this vibration of victory and this vibration of success. Okay, that's what I'm getting right there. Queen of Raphael. So we've got the Queen of Hearts here. Follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. So you're getting the downloads. This moonlight is actually illuminating those downloads. It's illuminating the desire, the need for what it is that you need to clear, but you're also in a really good emotional place. You're really getting there. I do feel that for some of you, these goblins that are coming up, okay, these memories, these feelings, visions, whatever it is, they might just be little things that are just, coming up just as a final release here is what I'm also receiving. So let's let's take a look at that moonlight. Yeah, we've got the Nine of Michael. Your worry is unnecessary. Focus on the thoughts and the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. Exactly what I was saying. I do feel like they're just little things that keep popping up. And it might even be the worry of, is this going to happen? Right? You feel in this element of success, especially when we're in a 5D ascension or a 5D feeling. We're feeling those feelings. We're receiving the visions. We're allowing ourselves to create what it is that we want to create, but we might not quite be seeing it in this 3D realm at this time. And what it's saying is, look at, let those go. And that could be where those goblins are coming from, okay? Or our fears, their doubts within ourselves. They may not have to do with anything in particular. It's just maybe things have failed in the past, or maybe we have a fear that we're not going to actually be able to create this. And that's where those goblins are coming in. With this Nine of Michael, it's saying, look at, let those go. Let those go. Let go of that fear, that unnecessary worry, whatever it is that you're focusing on when you're going into these depths of perhaps sadness or a little bit of depression, or, fear that these things aren't going to develop. We've also got the Two of Gabriel. Make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your visions. Yeah, you know what I'm actually getting from this Two of Wands? So I'm getting two things. And because it's coming under the moonlight, this is where I'm getting some of it. Is one, I do feel that you need to connect with people that are going to be supportive in your success. Okay, what happens sometimes is we might have a vision, we might have a manifestation, and this is also where these goblins could be coming in, and we reveal these to people around us in hopes of support, or we hope that they're going to encourage us and give us that lifeline, really, to help us manifest our dreams. Okay. And when I say lifeline, it means that sometimes we just need that little bit of an extra, tug on that lifeline in order to help us bring us to a higher level of happiness or ascension. That should, yes, obviously come from inside of us. But sometimes we look for that support of people around us. What I'm getting here is it's going to be really important over this next little while. Sometimes somebody can say the stupidest thing, and I'm being very blunt here. Okay, I don't hold back. If anybody's watched my readings in the past, I'm pretty straightforward. And sometimes people can say really stupid things to us, or they'll say things because it's not in their agenda. It doesn't fit their narrative of you. Okay, you might say, look at, I'm really desiring this particular career, this particular relationship. And then you've got these naysayers, or they're like, and they might not even be saying straight out, no, you can't achieve that. They might just be poking little holes into your dreams. Let's say it's a relationship, and they might be coming along saying, well, maybe you should do this and this and this first before, you really think about manifesting this relationship. Whatever it is. You know what? That's what I'm getting. And especially with this moonlight, and what this type of people can do is they bring about these goblins. So we can be having a whole day of fantastic manifestation, a fantastic 5D, that 5D element where we are feeling and receiving those, visions, and our core is clear, and we know we're going to achieve it. And then, we get on the phone with somebody, or we end up talking to somebody, and they're like, yeah, that's a good dream, but, it's a little unrealistic. Okay, screw off. Seriously. Like, those are the people that we need to really be careful of. Okay. And it doesn't mean that you have to completely avoid them. It just means maybe they're not the best people to be revealing our dreams or our manifestations to at this time. So that's what I'm getting with this. Let's take a look into the goblins. We've got the Three of Ariel. See, do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career, artistic, or endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. And that's exactly it. I feel like some of these people aren't being cooperative. Okay. They're bringing in this goblin type of energy, and these are people that you may want to at this time. And you know what, here's the thing, this can be online too. Okay, this doesn't need to be immediate. Sometimes we think that we're joining something like manifestation forum online, or maybe we're in some sort of group that is supposed to be supportive, and then along comes that naysayer and is just bashing everybody, and it's like, yeah, well, I'm not manifesting, so you're not either. We got to take a look at what these people, who they are, and what it is that they're trying, what their agenda is. Okay, if their agenda isn't fitting your creation, time to back away. For whatever reason. It doesn't need to be permanent, but back away until you can really stabilize your energy to get into this Queen of Cups energy, as well as this Six of Wands energy, right? We want to be able to follow our heart. We want to have that ambition to follow our heart. We want to feel that energy. We want to receive those downloads, that psychic information from our higher self. And sometimes these people tend to put a block on it. So if whoever that resonates with, that is your message towards that peace. Look at that. Release the past. There is more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. And some of these people, sometimes they can bring up our past. So, and unfortunately, it can come within our family, right? It might be like, well, I really want to do this. And then somebody comes along and says, yeah, but don't you remember that you didn't finish some grade 2 project? It's the silly and stupid things like that that can delay us. Okay. And we have to, instead of absorbing that energy, release that energy, have that peace, release the past, whether it's somebody else that's bringing it up to you, or whether it's yourself. And these could even be your own self-doubts. Okay. It doesn't need to be from an outer circle. It could be within your own self-doubt. Somebody is coming in, or ourselves are saying, look at, what? This is a career, this is something, or, a relationship, or this is something that I want to head toward. But in the past, this failed me. So I stopped myself, right? And that's exactly what happens. We stop ourselves. Yeah, maybe I didn't finish an essay in high school. Who cares, right? It doesn't mean that you can't finish your book. You get it? Okay, so let's take a look. What we're looking into now is my energy strong and allowing at this time towards what I'm desiring to manifest? So, we already know that yes, it is, right? It already is showing we've got these peaks of joy coming through. Okay, it's already showing this, but let's take a look into seeing what the angels have to say. Is my energy strong and allowing at this time towards what I'm desiring to manifest? So let's take a look and see some advice that is coming toward us. We're going to pull 3 cards for this one. All right. 1, 2. And I feel like that one. What is coming through here? Just a second, I just dropped some cards on the floor. My apologies. Trust, get more information, and yes, within the next few weeks. So here's the thing. I do feel like this more information, whatever these goblins are, whatever is holding you back, I think that you need to go in and really figure out what information it is that is going to be drawn up from that. Okay. Again, take a look. Is this you? Is it people around you? Is this your own fears? Is this your own paranoia? What are these goblins? Get more information on that. That way you can confront it directly is what I'm receiving. It also talks about within the next few weeks. So within the next few weeks, you're going to start to see, as long as you really go in and figure out what it is that is holding you back at this time, you're going to start to see either a drastic improvement towards your situation, or this could be your manifestation coming to reality. Okay? And it's also saying trust. Trust these peaks of joy. Trust what it is that you're receiving. Trust that 6 of Wands, that victory energy at this time. These things here, trust yourself. Trust yourself as opposed to people or false narratives that are within your mind. Okay, though that Nine of Swords energy, you know, it's saying don't focus on that. Have faith. Have faith. These are not things that you need to be focused on within here. So go in, find it. Find what it is that you are holding back on. Really dig in and release it. It doesn't mean to focus in on it. It doesn't mean to sit there and, you know, wait around in some sort of past energy. It is saying get in there, dig it out, and let it go. Allow it to release. Okay? And again, within the next few weeks, this is when you're either going to see that manifestation really start to come to light, or you're going to start seeing those signs that are heading towards it. Either way, this is extremely positive. Really have trust, not only within yourself right now, but look at this. Higher consciousness. Your angels are telling you, trust us. We're leading towards what it is that you desire. Trust us. Have faith. Have faith in us at this time. So let's take a look. I'm just pulling out my sheet here so that I can keep on track of everything. How can I be more active in chasing my desires is what it's asking. So let's take a look. And again, we're going to get some clarification. Tarot here. How can I be more active? What is it that I can do? What is it that I can do at this time, even though I'm going in and clearing out some past energy? What else can I bring? What else can I do? Where do I focus in on? So these two wanted to come out. Support, yeah, know that you're being supported, and we've got soul power. Always remember that you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command wherever you need it. And look at this support. That's exactly what we just had. That trust card. We have the support there. We just have to let go of that. It does. It feels like it's just a tiny little bit. There's just something there. It's just hanging on at that very edge, you know, and we just have to dig in and release it. And it says here, people come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from these individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. So take a look at also, again, I was feeling like with those goblins, with this support. Remember that people are here to support us in some way. They could be within a lesson that it is that we just need to learn. And then we release them. And this even goes with those negative naysayers. Maybe they're being brought in for that particular reason, to allow yourself to get into an element of trust. Trust within yourself, not trust with, the outer, what other people's opinions are, not listening to our inner selves is what I'm also receiving here. And this other card that's coming through is self-love. Now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your mind, body, and soul. So also, again, I keep wanting to go back to those goblins, okay? Because if we are holding on to an element of ourselves that is not within the highest light, when it's not within that element of self-love, it's not self-appreciation. We have heard of stories of people that are in the most, the worst cases, where, of living conditions, where, they had maybe one chair, or slept on the floor, there's 10 in a room and could hardly eat. We hear these all the time. And what do these people do? They are somehow able to bring themselves out of some horrific depths of, humanity, really, and bring themselves into a place. How? By gratitude, by being appreciative of what it is that is currently in front of them at this time, instead of perhaps wallowing in those goblins that are reminding us, look at, you came from this, how can you do that? Right? And whether this is people or whether this is within ourselves, whatever it is, remember that we are being supported. Look into your soul, okay? Bring the reality of what it is in that 5D dimension, bring it into this 3D dimension, okay? So if you're in a place of 5D and you see yourself living throughout your dreams and your desires, but you're lacking in this place of appreciation for the things that you possibly have this time, recognize the fact that you are being supported to go higher, right? To follow our soul power, to follow our soul and where it's supposed to be, right? We don't want to keep being stuck into this place of lack. We don't want to keep getting stuck into this place where we are feeling undeserving, whether it's through ourselves or whether it's through another person, right? We want to have faith and we want to have trust. And remember, they're saying, look at within the next few weeks, all of this is going to start to come to light. All of this that you really truly want, just dig in and release a little bit more. So we're just going to pull one clarifying card for each of these oracles. And let's see what the tarot has to say in regards to that. Okay, self-love. We've got the Chariot. Determination, self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. What I'm getting here is you don't need that acknowledgement of success from others. I feel that through this process of gratitude and self-love, once we have that, we are going to start seeing that acknowledgement of success from others, okay? And remember that the ones that aren't giving that to us, and it doesn't mean that they have to sit there and sing your praises, but the ones that are going to be there and supporting you are the ones that you want to have around you, because they are going to acknowledge that success. They are going to be happy for you. They're not going to be in a place of lack from themselves either, because usually these people that are trying to hold you down, or things that are around you that are trying to hold you down, it's because they're in their own feeling of lack. Have that determination and that self-control. Keep going. Okay, keep going is what I'm really getting here. That Chariot charges forward, right? He charges forward. This is also Metatron. Metatron is here. Remember, we have this card of support coming through. Ask Archangel Metatron to help you clear these things that are holding you back, that is preventing those reins, those horses from charging forward. See if there's anything that is possibly in the way as a block or a barrier. And this could be a person, it could be a thing, it could be anything. We have the Empress energy. This is beautiful. Time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded, luxurious or abundant resources. Look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous. And that's within the support. This is what they want you to focus on. This is Archangel Gabriel. Basically what they're saying is recognize the fact that we're here. We're supporting you at this time. Get out of your own way. Okay? Get out of your own way. Act. It's time to act upon those plans. Even if you feel that it's yourself or other people that are trying to hold you back or hold you down at this time, move them aside. Move them aside. You have the full angel power behind you right now, and they want you to stay in this energy of the Empress. The Empress, she is the one who is like all of the queens in this deck. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're male, female, whatever, that's not important. But she embraces that Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. She is charged and ready to go. She's just going upon the plan. She's nurturing and loving, not only towards others, but towards herself. Sometimes we need to release these people around us or these thoughts that are inside of us if it's not directly a person, but do it with love, do it with care. Okay, we don't need to come in with a harsh energy. The Empress is saying do it with love, do it with nurturing. Sometimes it's just a matter of a step back, right? We have the Seven of Michael. Time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. We need to detox our soul. Those goblins again coming through, right? The Seven of Raphael, I should say Seven of Hearts. So this is the card of like the Seven of Cups, right? It's like our fantasy card. Where is it that we want to go? What is it that we want to do? I feel like a lot of energy surrounding this particular reading. What it is that you need to do is make a decision about where it is that you want to go. Don't get into that energy of like, I really want this. I really want this cup. But I'm scared that this cup is going to come through, or this fear or worry is going to come through. Maybe I can't reach this cup. Maybe I'll go for a lesser cup. And that's the other thing I'm feeling within this. So, excuse me, with that soul power, embrace what it is that you truly want. So many times we get into a place of lack, and that's where I'm also feeling this energy of gratitude, right? This energy of being grateful, being gratitude, show gratitude for what it is that you want. What happens is sometimes we get into this place of settling, right? We might go, okay, well, this is what I'm truly desiring, but I'll settle for this. This is good enough for now. No. Let's stop that. Go for what it is that you truly want. Put that energy in it. Manifest that dream. Manifest that reality. But make a decision on where it is. And then start to take the actions toward it. All right? Let's take a look into what is the next one. What is a suppressed emotion that I should resolve or release? This is going to be a little deep. Now, this is a new deck, okay? So this is called The Dark Mirror by Laura Sava. And if I don't know the card, I will read the card. I might just read them anyway, just so that we get deeper messages. All right? We're looking into what is a suppressed emotion that I need to release at this time. What is holding me back right now? We're going to pull 3 of them. I feel like that. I feel like that. And I feel like that. Okay, the first one. Is this me? Okay. Is this me? Second one coming through. Forgetting oneself. temple of my body. You know, these are really interesting because they're very, they feel very self-orientated, right? They're very much within what it is that we need to work on, what it is that we need to release. So let's take a look. I'm going to actually read some of these because I don't know all of these cards. I've been wanting to work with them, and I found that for the ones that I've pulled for myself, they've been spot on accurate. Okay, so is this me? And it says, a dark fantasy female warrior. Okay, we don't need to read that. I cannot recognize myself as I can't remember the road that led me here. How can I see the road ahead? So this card is, it's rather a question. Is this me? Can I recognize myself? Maybe yes, maybe no, but for sure I lost the road. I had once, the last time I stopped to really think about it in my heart, I felt maybe like the high school girl that went to prom, but truly I am now 45 and I wait. Okay, I'm getting what they're saying here is that sometimes we take a look and we go, okay, you know what? This is what I'm hearing in my head. So I feel like for some of you, this could be in an element of, we had all these childhood dreams, or maybe we had these dreams that when, you know, we were younger, at no matter what age you are now. I mean, even if you're, you know, in your early 20s or whatever, and, you know, you remember your childhood things, and somehow along the way, you may have gotten a little lost, is what I'm receiving. And you're going, now, is this really me? And what happens is we get trapped into that energy. Okay, it could be the opposite too, where you're going, you know, is this me? Because look at, I can't believe I've achieved what I've really achieved. And that could be a real strong strength for you at this time as well. But I do feel that for some of you, you might be getting caught into this element. You might be thinking, I'm not good enough. Okay, and especially when it has to do with relationships, we might be looking at ourselves and going, you know, I remember having, you know, these features. What happened? You know, we might be looking in the mirror and not seeing that true beauty of what it is that is inside of us, or, you know, internally or externally. I feel like it's a place where we're looking at ourselves and going, who are you? You know, what happened along this road? And then we've got this one here, and it talks about, yeah, forgetting ourselves, forgetting oneself, right? You're forgetting who you were. You were forgetting that. Whether this was last week, an hour ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, what the heck? You know, that's what I'm getting is like you're looking, oh, Jesus does not want to stay up. You're looking in the mirror and going, oh, can I do this? You know, maybe you're not feeling as good as you used to in regards to your body, in regards to your external appearance. Maybe it's in regards to your finances or some sort of thing that you feel is holding you back. All right. Sometimes we don't want to get into relationships because we're scared that somebody's not going to accept us for who we are. But what we're doing is we're also forgetting oneself. We're forgetting that magnificence that is within us at this time. And in the time to come, the more we're working on ourselves, the temple of my body. Yeah. And it feels like for some of you, there may have been some sort of element that really held you back. Now, this could be, you know, maybe we've gained weight. Maybe, you know, our hair isn't as thick as it used to be. Maybe we're going bald. Does it really matter? You know, that's the thing. Does that really matter? Is that what's holding you back? Is that element that is within inside of you at this time? Is it that lack of that self-love? Remember, we had this card coming through of self-love. And that's where we need to embrace. We need to start embracing this feeling of self-love coming through. Okay? Now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. It's not about a state, it's not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your body, mind, and soul. Maybe some of you had gone through some sort of place where there was a dependency, because if you look at her, the temple of my body, it almost feels like she's twisted or distorted in some way. This could be that mere reflection. that she is seeing within herself or his self. But I'm also getting here that perhaps some of you had, gone through some sort of dependency issue. Maybe you're over it now. Maybe you're still working through it. Take it as it resonates. But I do feel that for some of you, you're really looking in the mirror and you're not seeing your true beauty. You're not having that appreciation for the magnificence that is you. And this is the time to really go in and really clear out those behaviors and those thought patterns that are holding us back from actually and truly creating this amazing, beautiful human that the angels, your guides, your higher self knows is there. All right, this is what I'm getting. So let's take a look at the next one. It's coming through is, how can I confront and release this suppressed emotion? So how do we get rid of these emotions? Because it's great to say, oh, well, I've got that, but how do I get rid of it? How do I go in and heal it? Well, let's see if we can get some answers towards that. Remember, we're not here for therapy, but it might give you that path, okay? And I hope that this resonates with you. I hope that there is some healing messages that come through with this, because as we're going through that, we've all been there. We've all been there. I know I have. And it's hard. Sometimes you think, oh, am I pretty enough? Am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Maybe I don't have exactly the same body as I did when I was 16, but heck, it's, you got to look at yourself and go, you know what? I'm doing pretty good. Right? And those are the things. No matter where you are, you're worthy of love. And that's what you have to realize. But you're also worthy of self-love. And to have, to be able to create, we have to have that feeling of that self-love, that self-worth. If we're having, if we're trying to create a career, let's just say, even having that self-worth of inside of us, am I smart enough? Do I have the elements that are going to fit in with this job or this career? Whatever it is. That's what we really need to work on. We need to allow and we need to release. Yeah. There we go. Can't make this up. Hole in the soul. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. And it also says selling out. Remember how I said with that Seven of Cups energy, I feel like for some of you, you might be selling out. Selling out because a lot of times we get into that energy of, well, I'll just take this. I know this is what I want, this is what I'm desiring, but I'll just take this. We may have sold out in the past, and that might be an energy that we have to release. We may have not followed those exact dreams. It's kind of like saying, well, I wanted to be a lawyer, but I settled for being a law clerk, which is fine. You know what I mean? But if you really wanted to be the lawyer, maybe you sold out. Maybe you really wanted to, own a business, but now you're working in one. It doesn't matter. Here's the thing. Stop selling out within yourself, okay? We put ourselves into these places at times simply because of, it could be circumstances, it could be our fears, it could be our worries that are preventing us from moving forward. Maybe it's our responsibilities, but there's an element within you that is saying that you feel like perhaps you sold out. Now, doesn't mean go kicking yourself because of different circumstances, or maybe there was things that you needed to do, but it's also saying here, release that energy of the selling out. Okay? Go after what it is that you're desiring, but release the energy of past if you felt that you needed to sell out for a reason, okay? It is leaving this hole that is with the soul, that is within yourself, all right? That's what we need to release, and that's what it's saying, that to heal. And again, going back into looking at ourselves, which we might be hanging on to some of that energy, because we're going to get into that energy. We're going to look in the mirror, and we might say, well, I wasn't good enough, or maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe, there's feelings of a lack of self-worth, okay? Sometimes those feelings come from selling out. Now, again, everybody, hey, as a single mom, I've had to take, jobs or opportunities where you can get them simply because, you still have to eat, right? You still have to pay your mortgage or your rent. You still have to live. You got to raise your child. I've been there. Okay. And so you can't kick yourself for doing what it was that you needed to do at that time. And that's what it's saying. Stop kicking yourself for, either selling out because you need to bring back that self-worth, bring back those places of gratitude instead of saying, I sold out, because I've had these responsibilities or whatever it is. Again, take it as it resonates. Look at it and go, I am so grateful for the opportunities that came to me in order for me to allow myself to feed me and my child, in order to give us a beautiful place, to have a roof over our head, whether, you're living in a one-room shack or whether you're living in a, 10-story mansion. That's, you know what I'm getting at? It's like that gratitude, because the more you have gratitude for what it is, it allows you to create more abundance, right? What happens is when we keep kicking ourselves about things, it leaves this hole. All right. It's also saying, say what you mean, be very honest about it. Okay. A lot of times we try to trick ourselves. And this is being straight up. We trick ourselves and we go, okay, well, we make up stories in our heads. We make up things, we might, hey, there might be a whole whack of you that are really getting angry, at what I'm saying right here, at right now about selling out. And that's fine. You can take it as it, if you're upset at me, that's okay. But what it's saying here is look inside of yourself. Why? Why would my words be making somebody upset? Well, because there's a matter of truth within that. And that's what it's saying here, is allow yourself to accept truth towards a situation. Because the more we hang on to that truth, and the more we look at it and push it down and not accept it, that's where it starts creating a bigger hole within the soul. Okay? It starts leaving this gap where our feelings of self-worth and self-acceptance are just falling through. What we need to do is we want to start closing that hole, and we're going to do it by taking in the truth. Again, it doesn't mean kick yourself, doesn't mean kick the people around you. What it's saying is just taking it, accepting it, learning the lesson, moving forward. Move forward with the intention of not selling out in the future. Okay, really look at that Seven of Cups energy and say, what is it that I want? What is it that I desire? What is it that I'm truly feeling? And again, be honest with yourself, right? If you are inspiring to have something big and huge be manifested, and it might not be big and huge to others, and that's okay. It's big and huge to you, or whatever it is. Maybe it is even something small, and maybe that will make you happy. That's okay. It doesn't need to be grandiose. It doesn't need to be, extreme. It has to be what is making you happy, what makes you feel that you're not selling out towards yourself. Okay? And this is what I'm getting at. Release past. Bring in that future. All right? So, let us see. I also want to get here. How can I connect with my higher self for future manifestation? Because even though the cards are saying this is how you heal, well, how do I, again, how do I connect? What do I, how do I do this? Let's see what's coming through here. How can I connect? What tools could I use? What will help me at this time? That. Oh, I'll take that one. And I do feel like that. Shock of the new. Focus on the light. And after the storm. I love this. I love this. Once we go through that energy of healing, seeking our truth, seeking our truth. You know what? When we go through that energy, that seeking the truth, yeah, it's like it can feel like a storm, right? Because when we're confronting ourselves about things that were holding us back, I mean, it can sometimes feel like a really negative energy, but at the same time, again, having that gratitude for those lessons. It doesn't mean that you're, thanking for the hardship, but you're thanking for that strength and the things that you were able to develop because of possible hardships or possible things that, may have happened. And sometimes, here's the thing, I'm just hearing this in my head now. As I'm talking, I'm also hearing too, let's say you want to build a house, okay? That's your desire. You want to hand build a house, okay? So you need the expertise, you need the skills, whatever it is. You're probably not going to wake up one day and just build a house. Chances are of that happening are going to be low. So what happens is the universe will give us sometimes these things, these lessons that we need to take, we need to absorb, we need to accept, we need to be grateful for, because each step is a lesson or some sort of new skill or a new strength that is bringing us forward. That's what I keep hearing. It's like, some people wake up and they say, well, I want to, again, build the house. Maybe I want to be a psychic. Maybe I want to do tarot card readings. Okay, well, you got to learn the cards first. Chances are you're probably not just going to wake up and just start doing tarot readings, and charging for them. That would actually be kind of unethical, to be honest. But, it takes a lot of skill. It takes a lot of practice. There's nobody out there there shouldn't be people out there that are, reading tarot cards and they just bought a deck. Right? They shouldn't be doing that because this takes a lot of skill. And that's what I'm saying. If you want to build a house, you have to have those skills. You have to have those strengths that are behind you. And that's what I keep getting. Once you go through the truth and you go and look back at maybe some of those hardships were actually really lessons. Allow yourself to go through that, because here after the storm, look at this, shock of the new. So it's almost like, whoa, I'm looking at these things in a whole different light now. Okay? Yeah, maybe that was hell to go through at the time, but look at the person I am now. Look how strong I am. Look at how much skill I developed. Look at how much I was able to create throughout that time. Look how resourceful I became. Whatever it is, shock of the new. Allow yourself to go through this, right? These are how you connect with that higher self. That's how you connect. That's how you bring some focus in on the light. It looks like, it's like she has gratitude. She's focusing in on those positive, beautiful things that are now coming towards her. Focusing on the light instead of those negative things that are holding her down, right? That shock of the new. That's how we connect to our higher self. Once we receive that shock, it's like, oh, holy cow. I've gone through things, in my past where I look back and I go, holy cow, if I didn't go through that, how in the heck would I be here? I wouldn't be, right? I needed to go through what it was in order to really release and absorb, recognize, allow, be gracious for. Because look at where I am now. Holy cow. It's that shock of the new. And that's what brings you to a higher level of your consciousness. It connects you with your higher self. It helps you to focus in on the light of the new things, of what it is that you're trying to manifest, what your desires are. Okay? There we go. I love that. Absolutely love that. So now we're going to get a closing message from the universe. Now, again, this is a brand new deck. So I am going to read. This is, what is this called? This is Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. This is by Lucy Cavendish. I am going to read the card for this, because I do feel that there may be specific messages that are going to resonate with somebody through this. Within here. All right. closing message from the universe. This is going to be either, advice, help. It might even just be true guidance of what it is to bring in. We're just going to see, go with the flow here. Tree of Souls, collective wisdom, kinship group, and library. Okay, so let's take a look and see what it has to say. This is number 42. Okay. It says, in the hidden worlds, we have places and beings who are literally the storehouses of wisdom of the ages. The Akashic libraries do not always appear as books of lights, although this might be one of their forms. So too are the whales and their song, which also hold part of the great wisdom necessary for the universe to continue. This tree is but one of those places, and perhaps it is yours. This tree, when meditated upon, when connected with in a true sense, can offer you the wisdom of your soul kinship group. Ancestral knowledge, yes, but there is also a collective wisdom, a soul group of which you are a part, and through connecting with this tree, imagining it, feeling it, serving it, honoring it, you can help keep the balance of the universe alive. This tree hosts the spark of your soul and all of its wisdom, which is, as we have learned, vast and impossible to apprehend within one lifetime. Every moment of wisdom you have, every second of which you choose to express kindness and compassion, feeds the tree of light, this tree of souls, and in return, this nourishes all the other souls connected to the tree. For we are unique and individual souls. Yes, we are one, and this is a place where we can come together, a tribe of light, leaves on the tree, its roots shining and vast, and we are sheltered, nourished, and the keepers of the light. This is your soul tree. Know you are not alone, and every act of which you would call upon goodness benefits not only others in the human world, but the progression of their soul through its path in the universe. Every soul is a star shimmering upon this tree of light. Okay, I actually love this, because really what it's saying here is every time you're giving gratitude and you're choosing to express kindness and compassion, whether it's to yourself or whether it's towards others, what you're doing is not only nourishing those around you. So again, if those goblins are coming in, if those people who are representing themselves as goblins, okay, and this again, this could be you, it could be inside of you, it could be people around you. When we have a sense of compassion, I felt like that's why that Empress card came in as well, right? When we were talking about possibly people that we might have to take a step back at. When we do this with a sense of compassion, when we do this with a sense of love, and again, this could be our past acts, it could be our past things that just, as we're going through this releasing process, and we're confronting this, do it with compassion, because the more that we're able to give a good and positive energy to those souls that are not only, the soul not only within us, but those around us, what we're doing is we're really bringing up that energy of the earth. And it sometimes what happens is, as we go through that, if especially with that Empress energy, if we're showing compassion, and sometimes it doesn't even need to be external, it can be a matter of stepping back and giving a sense of love towards somebody in a compassionate way through spirit. What we tend to notice is those people that were maybe perhaps not supportive of us before will step forward. But also they may find a way to remove themselves from your life, or spirit will. Okay. And but it's in a loving way, not in a trials or tribulation type of way where it's it's going to be a fighting way. What can actually happen is sometimes spirit just moves people out of our way to allow new ones to come in, that soul tribe, that soul family that is going to help us to grow. It is going to help us to manifest. It's going to help us to develop our desires, to create those desires of what it is that we're trying to make within this 3D realm. And it's saying here, do this with compassion. As you look into your past, do it with kindness, because even every act that you may have been holding on to as a negative, looking at it in a new way, looking at it with compassion, really helps to clear out that energy and bring it forward in a beautiful, loving, energetic, 5D ascension way. It allows it to be created from, the vortex. It allows that vortex to open and create it right here for us right now. So I truly hope that that has helped for those of you that did pick the amethyst. Thank you so much for listening. If you do, if this did resonate with you, please click like, please share my video, please subscribe, and thank you so much. Many blessings. Hello. So for those of you that chose the orange calcite, we are doing your Lion's Gate reading. So we're going to be looking into where your current energy is towards your desires and manifestation. Is your energy strong towards allowing them? How can you move? How can you be more active in chasing those desires? Okay. What is the suppressed emotion that could be holding you back or that you need to release or resolve? How can you confront them? How can I connect with my higher self? And a message from the universe in regards to what it is that you are manifesting, what it is that you are desiring during this time. So let's take a look. All right, here we go. We're going to pull 3. These are for those that chose the orange calcite. All right. Where is your current energy towards your desires and manifestations? We've got the bone collector. We have follow the leader. Ooh. And we have movement. Okay. I'm getting here 2 things. So remember to take this as it resonates. I feel that for some of you, all right, this is what I'm hearing. I'm feeling that for some of you, there are some ancestral patterns that are still coming in that could be where your current energy is still being held towards. Okay, we have this follow the leader and this bone collector. So when the bone collector comes in, it does talk about ancestral patterns. It talks about possibly, past, this could be within your, current energy. It could be from your past, or even could be past lives type of thing. But I am getting this follow the leader here. I'm feeling that for some of you, you are still in a pattern of maybe perhaps not actually following your soul. Okay, you could be following a leader of some sort. Now this could be, remember, this could be social media, this could be an actual person, it could be, maybe something that you feel that you need to do because of some sort of past ancestral pattern. It could possibly be, parental. It could be even something as simple as, well, my dad wanted me to be, a carpenter when I grow up, so that's what I'm doing, following the leader. Right? This is what I'm getting. So what your current energy is, I feel like there might be some past guilt that's being held on here. I'm feeling that for some of you, you're not completely following your desires at this point. What I'm also getting here is we have this movement card. And I feel like for some of you, this is telling you either, you have to grasp what it is you truly want. That leader should be within you. That shouldn't be another person. Okay, this has to be within you, and to make that movement go ahead. And for some of you, I'm getting that you're releasing these past patterns and you are now making that movement towards what it is that you're truly desiring. So let's take a look and see what clarification cards are coming through. So I do feel that this can fit, and again, take it as it resonates, but I do feel that this could fit, 2 separate groups. One that is still, there is still that element of guilt being held on here, and you're trying to make that movement forward, but you might be feeling those really strong, it could be even a leader that's saying, look at, how dare you, follow your own path. Like somebody that's, it feels like beaking at you, right? Maybe not allowing you to move forward. It's actually interesting here because look at that. We have these birds. What did I say? Beaking at, it's like chirping at you. No, you can't follow those. You can't follow those. That's the wrong thing to do. whatever it is. This could be coming from family, friends. It could be people around you. Again, it could just be, following what you're seeing. And here's the thing, if you've ever had a reading with me before, or if you've ever watched my videos, I'm not going to hold back. Okay, I'm going to tell you that's what we're here for. It's not to hold your hand. It's to give you that life advice. It's to help through spirit what it is that you truly need to hear at this time. So, but again, take it as it resonates for you, and use it to an advantage of some sort. Okay, this is what I'm getting. I feel like for some of you, yeah, there's an ancestral pattern of some sort, or again, it could be just, maybe you got caught up in some sort of pattern. The bone collector can also mean a tribe. It could be friends, current family or friends, or again, even social media, because look at this, we have this follow the leader, we've got all these birds. I'm actually hearing this could be even like Twitter. Okay, this could be social media. This could be, something that you're hearing and you're following that instead of what it is that you truly want or what you're truly believing. Maybe you feel if I went my own way, if I took the movement away from that there's going to be an issue with this in some manner. All right. And again, I do feel that there are some of you that have taken that step forward. You're taking that step forward, you're making that movement, but I feel like for some of you, that movement card is coming in to tell you, look, you have to let go of these things that you're hearing, or these things that maybe, you might not have the full faith in. Maybe you're hearing things, but again, you're not following what is truly within your heart. You're not allowing yourself to hear the messages that are coming through. So let's get some clarifying cards. I'm actually hearing I need to shuffle this one more time for some reason. So I'm going to follow that advice. All right, so with the bone collector, leap of faith, yeah. Believe in yourself. Listen to your heart. Do what brings you joy. Exactly. You can't listen to other people. Other people aren't going to bring you the joy, right? That's what I keep getting. So where's your current energy? I feel your current energy is not allowing yourself to have that leap of faith at this time. Some of you, again, you might be making that movement forward. And if you have, then it's saying here you have taken that leap of faith. You're following yourself. You're believing in yourself to move forward. Okay, so I don't want to keep reading for both sides on this. I might, but at the same time, you take it as it resonates with you. Okay, if you're making that movement forward, then understand that this leap of faith is saying, good for you. You're taking that leap of faith. You're moving forward. And you have their support. Two of Raphael, yeah, we've got Two of Hearts, dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. This is interesting because I do feel that for some of you, this could be possibly a relationship, or wanting a relationship. And maybe some of you are listening to people, or it could be even following something that you love, or something, again, that you're desiring. Because Two of Hearts, it doesn't always need to be relationships. But if other people are holding you back from this, and this could be somebody being a naysayer towards a relationship, maybe you're feeling guilt here. Okay, that's also what I'm getting. You're feeling guilt because there could be a possible relationship, maybe a new relationship or a different relationship, or something that you want to head into, that you're feeling that desire, you're trying to manifest it. But again, this leader could be yourself holding on to past energies. It could be holding on to past ancestral patterns. You might even be telling yourself, look at, how do I have this relationship when, I've seen all of these disastrous relationships, or maybe my own relationships were disastrous, right? You could be following that leader that is your mind. But again, it could be other people. Maybe people are telling you, no, you can't be in this relationship because, for whatever reason. Or it could even be guilt towards, again, follow the leader. This could be people, maybe you're wanting to leave a relationship and enter into a new one. But there's lots of feelings of guilt here. Okay, whether from yourself or whether from other people. I do feel that for some of you, this could relate to other people. Other people saying, no, you've got to stay where you are, for whatever reason. For whatever reason, you have to stay in this kind of crappy relationship. And this could, include, reasons of kids. It could be family. It could be obligations, whatever it is. But your heart's not into it. And it's really saying here, maybe it's time to take that leap of faith. If you've been desiring it. Now, that doesn't mean drop all of your responsibilities and just willy-nilly go forward. You can't, that's just being irresponsible. But it is also saying here, you might need to make some movement in order to make those changes. Have that leap of faith. Okay. I'm also, again, getting for some of you that you're leaving those past obligations, responsibilities, or past hurts or trauma within your mind. Again, responsibly. Okay. I'm going to put that out there. Do things responsibly. But maybe you're making those changes towards that movement, towards something that it is that you love with this leap of faith now. Again, it doesn't need to be relationships. Put it in whatever aspect relates to you. Let's take a look at follow the leader. So we've got the 3 of Michael. Look at that. Release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. 3 of Swords energy coming through. So yeah, it feels like something or someone is holding you back from making that movement. Okay. Again, I really felt there was some element of guilt in there. It could be, past sadness. It could be heartbreak. This actually even could be some sort of 3-party situation, which you want to move towards. Like you want to move towards somebody different or somebody, that you felt that desire to, but you might already have some sort of relationship or ties towards. And again, do things responsibly, but maybe, if you're truly not happy within something, it's time to make that movement towards what it is that you love. Okay. We always have this thing. It's like, well, I can't break their heart. I can't do this, this will devastate them, but I'm really miserable. I'm miserable. I'm unhappy, but this is what I really want to go towards. I really love this person, but I have these responsibilities, or, this person's going to make me feel guilty, or, I'm going to hear, there's going to be family trauma or whatever it is. Here's the thing. Ultimately, the bottom freaking line is it's your life. It's your life. So again, take it as it resonates. But this is your life. And you could stay in something miserable. But here's the thing. If somebody's trying to hang on to you because, or throwing responsibilities or guilt at you, then they're not truly in a happy place either. Sometimes letting go is the best thing that you can do for another person, because it releases those energies for both of you to find that true happiness. It creates that movement towards what it is that you're both actually truly seeking. It's kind of like, why do you want to get stuck into a room? And this goes for their energy too. Why do you want to be stuck in a room with somebody that's not happy with you? That's ludicrous, right? At the bottom line is it's ludicrous, right? Just because, we have these fears. Maybe I won't find somebody else. Sometimes it's the other person that's hanging on to us. And, their fear is I might not find somebody else. Maybe, I'm scared to move forward. It's almost better to stay in a situation that I know than I don't know. All of these ridiculous concepts that we throw into our minds. And basically that's what I'm hearing. So where are you right now? It's saying that your current energy towards your manifestations and desires, for some of you, you are making that movement. You have put that energy towards that leap of faith. You're going towards what it is that you love, and you're allowing past, hurt and fear to be released. But I do feel for some of you, you are hanging on to this at this time, and it is preventing a movement forward. So let's take a look at the next one. Now we've got the 4 of Michael. Insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, this is really stressful. Okay. And again, that follow the leader. If you're just doing things because you feel it's the right thing to do. Okay. And again, I'm not talking about, acting in an irresponsible way. I'm not talking about, lack of integrity or anything like that. Okay. I don't want anyone to misinterpret that. But what I really am getting here is that if you're following, again, that leader, and that leader could be, it could be a spouse, it could be a family member, it could be yourself, it could be like at social media. If you're following something because of this, some sort of obligation or feeling that you need to, it's really saying like, this is really bringing you some heartache in some manner, and it may be time to take rest, really go into yourself and figure out what it is that you want to do. I feel like for some of you, again, this movement forward has come from going within yourself and really having those insights that are bringing you forward. Okay. I feel like you may have already gone through this process. So let's see what else we've got. We've got the Ace of Michael, a wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. Exactly. Again, I feel like, for those that are in, let's put this as stage 1. Okay, if you're in stage 1 where you're still going through, you're trying to manifest, but you are feeling held back for whatever reason. It may be time to have that clear communication with yourself, with your guides, your higher self. It could even be another person. It could even be another person, which will allow you guys to go into this Four of Swords energy to take some time and really look at your situation. It may even be a matter of, having that clear communication with that person or within yourself. Okay. And again, that's, for the second group who are making that movement, that through that quiet meditation, you really did listen to your guides and your angels, and you're now clearing that path to move it forward. So you're making good progress. We've also got here the Eight of Ariel. Yeah, good progress. See what I see? Take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So that might resonate with some of you, especially if it has to do with career or some other aspect. But it's also saying here that to either put the work in to follow what it is that you are trying to create, trying to manifest, what you're trying to, what your desires are, or that you have put that work in, and good job, like you're really moving forward. Now you're making that movement forward. This is going to resonate really strong with both groups, simply because this is basically saying, like, for the first group, who maybe haven't quite made that movement, is that you've got all the support behind you, is what it's saying. Go ahead, start making that movement. You've got the support behind you. Stop focusing in on, the worries and, the responsibilities, again, in a way with integrity. I'm going to throw that out there. But start making that movement forward, because you have all of this support that is coming in to help you with this movement. The ones in the movement area are making that progress, and it's saying, like, you've been listening to us. You're heading towards absolutely what it is that you desire through having this leap of faith, through doing this work that you really needed to really listen to your intuition, to your guides, and to your angels. You went into a place of meditation that really helped you to do the work to move you forward and to release these things that were hanging on from the past, or even possibly current or present situation. All right, so let's take a look at, is my energy strong and allowing at this time towards what I'm desiring to manifest? Okay, so where is your energy? It's like you're basically, this is going to be your guides coming in and saying, look at, where are you at this moment? What it is that you're trying to manifest, or what it is that you're desiring. Is your energy strong and allowing at this time? Right? Let's see what it says. I really feel like you guys are getting the signs, the signals, the pushes towards moving. That movement. It's time to make those moves towards, or you've made those moves towards. And I think that's beautiful, beautiful energy. All right. So, is my energy strong and allowing at this time towards what I'm desiring to manifest? There's something better. if you believe, and look for a sign. So for those of you that are stuck, and you're like, I really want this to be created, I'm feeling all of this, reasons to be held back. Oh, there's something better. It's telling you right here, there's something better to go towards. All right? Let go. Let go of that follow the leader. Don't be the follower. Okay? Don't follow a leader. And again, this could be your own fears. It could be somebody else. It could be whatever it is. However that relates to you, there's something better. It's also saying here, if you believe, have that faith and that trust within yourself. That Two of Cups energy. Have that leap of faith. We just had that leap of faith. We need to have that leap of faith at this moment in order to move towards what it is that you're truly desiring. Okay? And I do feel that for those of you that had, that you're in that place of that you're already making that movement, it's saying here also, look for a sign. And this could actually relate to for the ones that are, trying to have that leap of faith. You're trying to move forward. You know what it is that you want, but you're being held back. Look for a sign. Ask the question to your angels. Okay? Make it very clear. Make it very specific. If you're looking to, let's say, leave a relationship or move towards, or you're seeking a relationship of some sort, ask them for that sign. Okay? Ask them for something specific. Or for those of you, again, you're already in that energy of the movement. It's starting to happen for you. You've made the things, you've made the necessary changes in order to create that energy flow, right? Look for a sign, because it's going to be the next sign. And sometimes all we have to do, no matter which area of these that you're in, is ask for that sign and allow it to come through. We can even ask, how do I? How do I? And then ask your question, how do I? And that opens up miracles. Because when we ask and we let it be, those answers come through to us very, very clearly. You could say, it's kind of like asking yourself in your head, hey, how do I make banana bread? Hey, all of a sudden a recipe might just show up somewhere, right? This is what I'm saying, is just allow it to flow. Don't place a lot of thought into it afterwards. Just sort of let it go. Let the universe figure it out. It's kind of like throwing a question into a computer and you're going to get the answer, right? The difference is that your guides and angels are working with you. They're not just working, they're not just going to throw you 800 different recipes on banana bread. They're working for you directly. So allow that sign to come through. Doesn't mean you have to sit there and watch for it, but pay attention, open your mind, and you will hear it. It will come through for you in some manner. So now we're asking is, how can I be more active in chasing my dreams? Right? How can I be more active in chasing these dreams? Let's get a look. And we're going to get some clarifying cards with this as well. How can I be more active in chasing these dreams? How can I be more active in manifesting what it is that I desire? What can I do at this moment? Remember, this portal's open up for several weeks. So this is the energy that you want to start pouring into that in order to create that manifestation. All right? First one that's coming through, caregiver. We are with you, and Spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives, just as you received care and love at the end of your life. Caregivers also focus all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. Right? What did we just talk about? Sometimes we're so worried about how other people, that are putting responsibilities on us that aren't our responsibilities, right? Or sometimes we put so much care, like we're so worried about, am I going to hurt somebody's feelings? Am I going to do this? Here's the thing. We always approach with honesty. We approach with it with the integrity, but we have to follow our own happiness. Okay. And as far as caregiver, this could have to do literally with some people, you know, either you've been around or you're helping people that are ready to pass over. Perhaps people have passed over. You know, you might be releasing that energy too. There might be some guilt in there. Again, take all of this as it resonates. But you know, the angels are saying here, look at, you have our support, okay? But again, sometimes we tend to focus all of our attention on those around us instead of ourselves. And we need to focus in on ourselves right now. In order to create and manifest our desires, we also need to focus in on what we truly desire. Receive. I love this. You are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others. Again, but now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. Oh my God, I love it when the cards clarify what it is that I am getting, you know, that is coming through. I freaking love it, because that's exactly what I was feeling. It's like we're giving, you know, and we're not happy in a situation of some sort. And we need to release that. It's time for us. Time for you. It's time for you to receive what you desire. Yes, it's all well and good. You know, it's good to have the compassion towards others. It is really good to, you know, again, approach things with a level of integrity and honesty. Okay? But if we're just if we're just following some leader, again, and, you know, this leader, however it is, however it resonates, family, obligations, responsibilities, whatever, and we're not giving to ourselves, this is where we block that flow of manifestation. Cleanse. Look at that. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take some much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. Oh my God, I freaking love it. I love it, because look at, what else did we have here? That Four of Michael, Four of Swords coming in. Take the time to meditate. Take the time to cleanse. Take the time to self-reflect. Seek relief from stress. I feel like some of you are really stressed. It's like, I know what I want. I want to create. I know what it is that I want in my life, but I'm stuck. I am freaking stuck in this energy. I'm freaking stuck. Either, you know, I'm feeling guilt for wanting what it is that I desire. I'm feeling guilt because I don't feel I can move forward. I'm feeling guilt because I'm not happy within this situation. You know, it's like all of this crap that's being, you know, dropped onto you, or that you're either trying to get away with it. Again, for some of you, you may have already gone through this process. Okay. And this is giving you that confirmation that what you did was absolutely necessary for you. So don't hold, again, that guilt towards it. All right. Because sometimes we tend to, we might be in a place of being happy, and then somebody comes along and they're like, or it could be, you know, that somebody could even be our own subconscious, right? And it's like, but how dare you be happy? How dare you be happy? Huh? What did you do to deserve it? Well, you do deserve it. Of course you deserve it. Or, you know, it could be somebody else saying, look, I'm miserable and I'm unhappy, blah, blah, and putting all of this guilt on you. And it's saying, you know what? Don't freaking allow it. Stop following the leader. Okay, whatever or whoever that leader is. It's time to have that movement forward for yourself at this time. Let's get some clarifying cards in regards to this. Let's look at caregiver and see what is coming through. Okay. Because we're looking into how can I be more active in chasing my dreams. So let's take a look at that. Okay, caregiver. we've got the Queen of Ariel. Yep, nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful, practical, and wise advice. I love this. So this is the Queen of Pentacles. So she's really saying here, again, you know what? Nurture yourself as well. This is a very nurturing, beautiful card. She's also very, you know, the thing is that, how do you say it? It's like, this is the card. She's taking care of herself. She does nurture others, but at the same time, she's not hanging on to the guilt or whatever it is that is bringing her into a negative place. She is like on top of the world. She is, you know, the counterpart to that King of Pentacles. Okay, you've worked hard to achieve a certain place, and this is what she's saying. Again, it doesn't mean that you have to be mean or nasty or anything else. You know, it's saying have integrity, be honest, but time for you now. Time for you. That's where it's going. We've got the 10 of Gabriel. Yeah, this is ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load, because this is a burden. Something about it, something about this energy has been a burden to you, and you're either releasing it again, but this is something that you need to release, because it's asking, you know, here, how can I be more active? Release the burden, start nurturing yourself, do that detoxing, that cleansing. Time to receive what it is. You've been taking care of something or someone, or again, not following your dreams because of other people's agendas for so freaking long that this is a bloody burden to you. You've got to let it go. It also talks about here, Ace of Pentacles. It's your lucky day. New resources, a money, time, or support, a change in job, or a promotion. So as you go through this process, you're going to really start seeing that abundance coming through. This is what it's telling you. You have to go through that process in order to receive the abundance. Every time you're releasing, every time you're following something that is within your true desire, okay, your true self. As you're cleansing, you're releasing the things that are toxic to you, whether it's, you know, people, whether it's circumstances, responsibilities, whatever it is that you're releasing. It's that toxic energy that, you know, could be holding you back. I feel for many of you, it could be within yourself, but that's where you really start to see this new abundance start coming through. Okay, your orb opening, you know, if you think about yourself as like a glass or a jar, right? As you empty, you're allowing more of that energy to come through that is positive and nurturing and grounding and abundant. Okay, this is what I'm getting. So let's take a look now. What is the suppressed emotion that I need to resolve in order to release? Okay, and this is where we're getting into, you know, the dark mirror. So this gets pretty deep, all right? This, but again, I'm just going to be honest. I'm just going to be open with what it is that I'm receiving. Take it as it pertains to your situation or with inside of yourself. But if we want to manifest, these are things that we have to take a deep and dark look at, okay? If we want to manifest them to our full desire, right? These are things that sometimes we have to confront. What is this suppressed emotion? Bride in a cage. Interesting. Fragmentation. Today for tomorrow. So I'm actually, what I'm going to do is I am going to read on some of this because I don't know this full deck at the moment. I just have to find the book. All right, so I'm not going to read like the full thing. I'm just going to get a little bit of it because this is a brand new deck for me. I've been excited about using it for a while, but it says so Bride in a Cage. Tomorrow will be the right moment, tomorrow will be the right moment. Tomorrow will be better, even if today is hell. So you're holding yourself back. Okay, it's basically saying, are you waiting for the right day? Are you waiting for the right day? When is that right day going to come? Okay. You know, if you're not allowing yourself to receive and you go, well, in the future, or maybe this, or let's say for those of you that are possibly unhappy in a relationship, sometimes we go, well, not right now is not the right time. It might not be the right time. Maybe I'll wait till my kids graduate. Maybe I'll wait, until this happens. Maybe I'll wait until that happens, whatever it is. Or maybe you're seeking a relationship, right? And you might be going, it's not the right time. I still want to develop my career. I still want to do this. You have all of these other things. When is the right time? If you want this, start working towards it, right? If this is what you're desiring, what you're wanting to manifest, right now is the right time. Right now is the right time. Okay, then we've got fragmentation. Let me just take a look. At that. And it says, when rage is projected inward, destruction joins confusion and we break. Yeah. What did we have over here? Remember these cards that came through? That Four of Michael came through. Right? We needed to cleanse, right? The Four of Michael, the Three of Michael. Okay, and that talks about sadness, being unhappy in a position. When rage is projected inward, destruction joins confusion and we break. When we're not going after our desires or our own manifestations, when we're allowing ourselves to follow a leader, no matter who that leader is, whether that's inside of us, whether that's, towards something. Maybe you're not agreeing with the narrative of something, because I did get that social media card. Maybe you're not agreeing with maybe at first you felt, oh, this is the right way to follow. Maybe, this is something I believe in, but, things change, right? Things take on a life of their own, and they can confuse us, right? And they can sometimes create a whole different pattern of something. And this could be very well saying, look at, I like the narrative at first, but now I'm not agreeing with this agenda, right? And I'm getting angrier and angrier and angrier. Maybe you walked into a relationship fully under the intention, when you first started the relationship, it felt really good, or a career. It felt really good. It felt whole. And now it's starting to, like, little things were starting to come up. Okay, little things, that are wearing on you, that are bringing you to a whole new level. And what happens is we keep that rage inside. Maybe we're nurturing or caring for other people so much that it is holding on to some sort of inner rage. And what is happening here is the more you suppress it, it doesn't mean go unleash rage and lose your mind. What it's saying here, though, is start following your dreams. Allow yourself to receive and receive the goodness, receive that manifestation, receive those desires. Okay, because when people, especially people around us, then they're holding us back, or when we're holding ourselves back from receiving, we build up this resentment, this rage, this dissatisfaction, and that spreads. It spreads not only within inside of us, it spreads around us, it spreads to other people, right? It just keeps spreading. And when we're actually looking, okay, and we're saying, look, this is what I really want, this is what I'm desiring, and you're feeling held back, that Three of Swords energy coming through, okay, this is what it's telling you. Time to get rid of that. It's time to move towards what it is that you need to move towards. This is that energy. That energy is that rage that you have inside of you. And it says today for tomorrow. So I'm going to take a look at that one too, 32. Today for tomorrow. Hope is in the present. It's the brick we use to build the future on. That's absolutely beautiful. So, it's really telling you here, start building those bricks. Start building that future. Start building. It doesn't need to be all at once. Okay. And I feel like sometimes people get caught up in that vortex of that. It's like, it's got to be now. Okay. But here's the thing, and especially for those that of you that might have some sort of, outer responsibilities, other obligations that it would just be a lack of integrity that you completely walked away from. It's saying start building those bricks. It might have to do with absolute and honest communication in some way, either towards another person or possibly, towards yourself, right? This is what I'm getting. So let's just take a really quick look and see what is coming through as clarification at this time. All right. Bride in a cage. What's coming through? The highest high priestess. Yeah. Powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. So instead of putting it off for tomorrow, instead of saying, well, yeah, one day, when the right time comes, ask, is 10 years from now the right time? No, maybe not, right? I doubt it. It's, if you're feeling that you're wanting to, manifest these creations now, it's time to look inside of yourself, really take a deep and dark look into allow into what it is that raise your vibration. Okay, raise your vibration. Get the information that is coming to you. Be at peace. Take those steps forward. All right, let's take a look at fragmentation, the 10 of Ariel. There is so much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. This is a beautiful card, 10 of Pentacles. Here's the thing. If this is what you want to desire, if you're manifesting toward this in some manner, and you're not feeling it because you're feeling held back or you're feeling angry, and it very well could be that maybe you're not seeing this manifestation, which is, maybe you feel like you've been putting a lot of work into it, and you're not seeing it at this time. It's saying here, we've got to release that anger. I feel like this is coming forward. You have to allow it. And again, don't let others hold you back. It could be, again, within your own mind. It could be whatever it is. Take it as it resonates. But this, energy, this anger energy isn't going to bring you forward. It's holding you back. You have to release it. You have to allow it. You have to remember that there is sometimes a divine timing. It doesn't mean to say, oh, in the future, I'm going to wait for another day. This isn't the right time. It's saying allow divine timing to come through. Because when we're putting up blocks or barriers or restrictions on when something can happen, we're not really allowing that energy to flow. We're kind of like, well, in 10 years from now, I'll take a look at it. Or maybe then, in 10 years. And the universe is kind of like, okay, well, we'll just sit back and wait. Because I was going to give it to you tomorrow. Or I was going to give it to you next week. Or I was going to give it to you at whatever. But hey, if you don't want it, whatever. I'll just sit back. Like that's the honest truth. That's what happens. So we have to release that rage. We have to release what it is that is defragmenting us in order to not reach that 10 of Pentacles energy. Today for tomorrow, start. I love this. You can't you can't make this up, right? The star coming through, a dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation, start putting those building blocks in, have that hope for the future, right? Start building what it is that you're trying to create, what it is that you're trying to manifest. Stop holding on to this, oh, I'll do it tomorrow type of energy, and then it's just pissing you off and you're just getting angry or whatever. You're holding on to all of these, other negative crappy emotions. Basically what it's saying is just start doing it, even if it's baby freaking steps. Okay, this is a mother and a child here. You can tell, it's like an older woman, a younger one. Baby steps are okay, but start doing the progress towards it. Work work ahead with integrity, honor, dignity, honesty, right? But start doing the work. Start doing the work. Don't be that follower. Okay? Be your own leader. Be your own leader in moving forward. Don't let others hold you back. Be your own leader and make that movement happen. That's what I'm getting for that. So, what are we looking into now? We're going to, how can I confront and release this suppressed emotion. So I'm actually going to keep these 3 up. I'm just going to put something like this here just for right now, just because they keep flopping over. And we're going to look into how can I confront and release this suppressed emotion. Beautiful. How can I heal and confront? How can I heal and confront these emotions at this time, or this energy? Okay, I feel like that. I feel like that. And I feel like this. Have faith, 100%. Healing. And say what you mean. Yeah, here's the thing. Say what you mean, I feel is really important. Have that say what you mean. I kept picking up something to do with, communication, perhaps towards another person. It could be, communication even within yourself, coming to, like, instead of holding on and keep telling yourself, oh, I'll do it in the future, or I'll, whatever it is, it's time to be honest with yourself. I want it now. I want it now. I want to create it now. Okay? I want to bring this to reality at this time. But I do feel there needs to be some honest communication, again, either with yourself or possibly somebody around you, in order to start allowing this to come through. We've also got a lot of healing coming through here. This saying what it is that you need to say may start that road towards healing. Okay? And sometimes we have to go through the healing process in order to allow more of that energy. But at the same time, we still have to have the faith. We still have to have, and we still have to put our feet forward in creating what it is that we want. Start building, if one brick at a time is what it's saying, but have that faith towards it. But you have to take the action first. This is what I keep getting. Have the faith, but take the action. Sitting around in that energy, not allowing yourself to receive, following somebody or something that isn't to your best interest, or has your best interest at heart. You know what? The only reason that people hang on to freaking relationships for, I'm just keep bringing this in. The only reason that people are hanging on to freaking relationships, right? If people aren't happy within them, and this goes for people that are looking at their spouse and they know their spouse isn't happy, right? It's a selfish agenda. Bottom line. It's a selfish agenda. And having that somewhere in there brings about this rage that's inside of us. So whether it's you're hanging on to something, or somebody else is hanging on to something, or it could be, whatever aspect within your life, like whether this is, career, whatever it is, okay? Having that rage is not going to push you forward. You have to have the faith to start building those blocks for the future. You have to, instead of hanging on to something that's not working for you, start making those movements towards it, even with this Bride in the Cage. And it's funny because I keep talking about relationships, because I do feel it's going to resonate with many of you. But that Bride in a Cage, it's like, okay, well, I'm not happy where I am, or I'm seeking a relationship, or I'm hanging on to things from my past, but, eventually one day I'll let it go and I'll move forward. And it's like, okay, well, you do that, but, you're staying in this energy. So what you're trying to manifest isn't going to be able to come through simply because of that. You actually have to let it go. Start that healing process. Be honest. Be honest and upfront. And have, approach things with that honor and integrity that you need, or that you would expect from somebody else, right? In order to start creating, bringing in those desires. All right, so now we're going to look in, how can I connect with my higher self for this manifestation? All right, let's see what messages are coming through. This is a Sacred Rebel deck, and I really like this deck. I haven't really used this all that much either, but beautiful deck. I love it. So, how can I connect with my higher self? What methods? What are they going to tell us in regards to allowing the messages to come through? I feel like these two do want to come, and I am going to pull a third. Oh, there's actually 3 here, so we'll use them. Every journey starts with a single step. Funny. I love it. I love it. Can't be any more clear than what we just talked about, right? We had today for tomorrow. There you go. You got to take the step, right? Got to take the step. Can't wait. Don't keep yourself in that bride in a cage energy. Not going to help you. It's not moving you forward. Dream a beautiful dream. Love it. Diving for light. I already got some messages that are coming in for this. And restore and replenish. You guys, you can't make this up. I mean, you know, somewhere, even if not the whole scenarios that I talked about, I feel like for some of you, or I feel like for those that did choose this, I feel like this is really resonating deeply for some of you. Okay, you need to restore, you need to replenish. We already had that 4 of Michael energy coming through that was being so clear. Okay, it's time right now to release this hurt, this burden that you were hanging on to. Okay, it's time now to allow that 4 of Michael energy to come through, that 4 of Swords energy, to allow yourself to heal. What I'm also getting here is when it says diving for light, I feel like some of you are. You know, it's like you're diving. The first thing I actually heard in my mind is like diving, like you're just, it's almost like you're trying to find the light. Okay, you're diving for it. It's almost like, okay, I'm going to find it. One day I'm going to feel this energy. One day I'm going to feel this happiness. One day I'm going to, you know, but it's always like one day, when you could really just start this now. You could be in that, start to get into that energy now by doing this. Start dreaming that beautiful dream and taking that action. Okay? Start taking that action towards it instead of diving for, like, this just feels like, for some reason, I actually feel like I'm losing my breath. Like, it feels like, you know, when you're, let's say in your water and you're, you know, you're coming up to the air, or coming up to the surface for that air, it feels like that, and then going back down, but you're diving for the light. It's like almost like reverse. Okay, so you're diving, it's like the light is giving you energy, but you have to keep diving towards it, right? It's like, I'm just getting a little piece of this, I'm just getting a little piece of this light, and that'll hold me on for a little longer. It's like you're grasping for this light. You gotta stop. Like, I really do, like, my whole body is just like like that. You know, it's like you're, okay, I got a little bit, I can go another step. Take another breath. Okay, you know, I can go another step. I really hate the situation I'm in, or I'm feeling all this burden, I'm feeling all this guilt, whatever it is. Like, we had those burden cards come through, right? And that's what I keep getting. It's like you're diving for light. Okay, if I just get in a little bit more, I'll be okay. Instead of saying, frick this, right? Frick this, like, enough. Take those steps. Go towards what it is that you're truly, truly desiring and you're truly dreaming of. Okay? Stop taking little snippets of junk that, you know, are only making you stay in a place of lack, staying in a place of need and want. All right, start taking those steps to what it is that you're truly desiring at this time. All right, so we're going to close this off with a message from the universe, and see what they have to say. Let's see, as a final message, what the universe is telling you at this time. All right. And I feel like I'm going to pull 2. I think I only did 1 for the last one, but that's okay. For the amethyst, but that's all right. the angel gate, cleansing, protection, and blessings. Another one coming through, the relics, Alamora, fragments, memory, and reclaiming. Oh my God, I love it. So this is what I'm hearing. It may not be exactly as, how the cards were created or whatever, but what I'm hearing immediately is it's talking about, we can take elements of our ancestors forward. We can take elements of our family, the things that we've learned, all of that. But at the same degree, when we're sitting in an energy of, if they're pushing us down in some way, it's like reclaim the power of the elements of those memories. Reclaim the power of the elements of those memories that are going to benefit you. Release the rest. This is really what I'm receiving here. I'm also getting the angel gate, cleansing, protection, and blessings. Absolutely. It's like bless and release, any ancestral guilt that is holding you back. Release any energy of people or places around you or things around you that you're no longer that you're no longer needing at this time. It's time to really move forward. Reclaim your power. And look at this. Look at this. We've got these two doves coming in here. How beautiful is that? It's almost like two angels. You're getting that support that you need. It's time to move forward. Release, cleanse. You have the protection. You have the blessings around you. You wouldn't be watching. You wouldn't have picked this reading if it wasn't meant to tell you in some way that it is time to take that step forward. As much as you may feel some burden or guilt, or there's something from your past that is holding you, or maybe in your current energy that's keeping you down, not allowing you to build those bricks towards your dreams. That's why you received this reading. Okay, it's almost like that confirmation and saying, let it go. It's time to move forward. Okay. Do what you need to do. Have that communication. Start taking those steps towards you. It's time to honor you now. You've put enough work into, whatever was holding you back, into all of those burdens. Now it's time to reclaim you. So I truly hope that this has helped. For those that it has resonated with, please click like, please share, please subscribe to my channel. I truly appreciate it, and many blessings. Thank you so very much. Hello. So for those of you that chose the white quartz, this is going to be your Lionsgate reading. Remember, we're looking into where your current energy is now towards your desires and manifestations. Is your energy strong and allowing at this time towards what it is that you're desiring? How can you be more active in receiving those desires? What is the suppressed emotion that you need to resolve or release, and how can I confront and release the suppressed emotion, as well as how can I connect with my higher self for this manifestation, and a message from the universe. So we're going to start off with, where is your current energy towards your desires and your manifestations at this time? All right. Remember that all of the cards that I'm using are below in the description box. If you are interested in purchasing a deck, if one resonates with you and you'd like to have it for your own collection, by all means. Mountain. All right. Interesting. Heal the ouch. Yeah. And your current energy into the unknown. Yeah, here's the thing. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, and again, we're going to get some clarification cards in regards to this. Your current energy, I feel, is still, for some of you, and again, take this as it resonates. If it didn't resonate, you can always choose the amethyst or the orange calcite. Now, I feel like for some of you, you feel like you are literally climbing a mountain, or that you have, climbed a mountain. Okay, I do feel that for some of you, there are still definitely some past wounds here that you're not quite ready to let go of. Okay, and if you've ever seen my readings before, if you've ever had a reading with me in person, you know that I don't hold back. This is going to be very direct, it's going to be very blunt, it's going to be very straight up. May not, I'm not trying to piss anybody off. But the messages are coming through for a reason, okay? But take them as they resonate with you. This could be past, current, or future energy is what I'm receiving as well. So when we have the heal the ouch, sometimes it makes that climb up the mountain harder when we're hanging on to old energy that of trauma or drama. Okay, I'm also getting drama, and it's hard to let go of that. It's hard to go into the unknown. Sometimes we hang on to that energy because it's a comfortable energy, and that's just the bottom line. Sometimes it's easier to hang on to the old energy instead of allowing it to release and really accepting what is going to come through for us, even though we don't know exactly what that is. So it's almost like if we're trying to manifest or create something and we're stuck in an old cycle, this is what I keep getting. It's like a cycle. Okay, a cycle of hanging on to one particular thing, or maybe there's several different things that you think are just creating this climb up the mountain. All you're really doing is it's like you're climbing up halfway, you're sliding back down, right? Climbing up, sliding back down. That makes that climb up the mountain so much harder. Instead of just releasing it, really looking at what it is that is holding us back, taking that deep, dark look into ourselves. And even though we might not know what exactly is on the other side, we're releasing it and heading into the unknown, because that unknown is probably going to be a much better place than hanging on to all of this drama and trauma. Or, this could be even narratives that we have within our own mind, or lack of self-worth, whatever it is. This is what I'm feeling. I am feeling, though, for some of you, and again, like I said, this could be past energy, where you're now heading into that unknown with a whole different perspective. You've done the healing, you've climbed that mountain, you've shown your strength, and you're heading into the unknown. And I'm actually feeling, I'm hearing in my head that for some of you, this might resonate even more. Okay, you're now ready to head into the unknown. You're ready to take those dreams and manifestations and be like, okay, let's do this. I don't know what exactly the next step is. I don't know exactly how this is going to be manifested. I'm also healing. There may be some sort of sense of control that is coming through in here, okay? That heading into the unknown. I feel like for some of you, it's almost easier to hang on to the ouchies, because at least you have a control over that. It's like climbing that mountain, right? If we set out to climb a mountain, it's like we have all the gear, we're all ready, we're prepared, we're controlling every step. Right? We're controlling every step in that journey, or at least we're trying to, with the elements that we're given, or, even with the gear or the protection that we're given. And I feel like for some of you, you've really let that go, and you're like, okay, you know what? Let's just see what happens. As I climb the mountain, maybe there's going to be a trail. We don't know. Maybe there's going to be, some sort of something on that mountain that we don't need all this gear. I can let go of some of that control and just take that hike up that mountain is what I'm getting. All right. So let's get some clarifying cards. But I do feel like some of you are really heading into that unknown, and this is a positive thing. Okay. If you are still hanging on to this, some sort of past, whatever it is basically really saying here, it's going to make that climb up the mountain towards what it is that you desire even tougher, and it's time to let go and go into the unknown. So let's get some clarification. We've got the Page of Michael, an exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to receive. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. So I love this, because an exciting new challenge, heading into the unknown. You don't know exactly what it is. You might need to, I feel like for some of you, you know, again, that control coming through where you have to review everything absolutely very thoroughly before you take a next step. But here's the thing is that I feel like for some of you, you're just like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. We're going to do it. I'm just going to head over there. You know, still be careful, right? Still be careful, but you're letting go of the control. It doesn't mean to just, you know, willy-nilly throw everything into the air and just go, I don't need to read, you know, the fine print on this. I'm just trusting the universe. No, no, no. It doesn't mean that. Okay? You can still review the documents. You can still take a look at them thoroughly, right? Thoroughly look at your next step, but at the same time, you're letting go of the control of what's happening. It's kind of like, this is what I'm hearing in my head. It's like when you're planning or trying to manifest, this is what I'm hearing more so. We want to create every detail of that manifestation in a positive manner, right? We want to take a look at the actual manifestation. And let's say, you know, you're desiring a relationship, and I'm just going to use relationship because a lot of people are desiring that. It could be career, take how it resonates with you. But we want to be able to feel it. We want to know what that person, you know, touching us. We want to have that energy of the emotions that we receive, not only from the person, but within inside of us. We want to have every detail because that is what creates our manifestation. But in the same degree, we're not controlling the process of how we get there. Okay? And that's what it's asking you to do. Review, put the fine print in, okay, of the end result. Heal what you need to heal. Go forward. Go forward. It's not, let go of the control of how it is created, is what I'm hearing. Let go of the control of how it is created, because I feel like for some of you, that's exactly what you're doing. All right? And in the past, this very well could have to do with this heal the ouch, could have to do with the fact that you tried controlling things so much in the past that it did create, you know, either drama or trauma, right? Could have been other people controlling it too. Again, take it as it resonates. But what I'm getting here is look at your final result of what you want your manifestation to be. So whether you're trying to create a career, a job, lottery winnings, I mean, the choice is yours. Whatever it is that you have, only you know what it is that you're trying to create. But put those final details into the final manifestation and allow the rest of it to have, like, go into the unknown. Allow the universe to create it for you. All right? What we've got here, Four of Ariel. Yeah, when you give, you do receive, being resistant to change, extremes on how you save or spend money. That the money part could have, you know, relevance to some of you, but again, being resistant to change, letting go of control. Okay, you're trying to control it. You're hanging on. The Four of Ariels, the Four of Pentacles. You're hanging on to that damn control. You got to let it go. You got to let it go, because the universe is not going to create what it is that you desire the way you want it to be created. Okay, the universe always has its own plans, and there's a lot of things, you know, let's say you're trying to create a particular job or whatever, you know, relationship even, you know, we have to counter in that, you know, there might be two parties in this. There might be more than two parties in this. There's a lot of, you know, work that the universe has to do. And if you're sitting there with your hands on everything going, well, this has to go like this and this has to go like this, da 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 da, the universe is like, okay, then you do it. You go climb that mountain on your own. Have fun. Okay? If you think you can do better, go do it. And the universe is going to kind of sit back and go, okay, well, when you're ready to let go of the control, I'll come in. But you have to be ready to step into the unknown, right? Got to heal those wounds. Because a lot of times this control ends up, right? If you look at relationships, a lot of people, you know, they want a relationship, right? But they're not willing to do the work that's needed to be done for a relationship. And what I mean by that is sometimes the other party isn't quite ready for something. Maybe you're wanting a wedding and they're still kind of like, hey, you know, I I have some things that I've got to get together first. You know, I'm not quite ready for marriage. You know, we literally just went out for coffee, right? If you're starting to push that, you know, and you're chasing something or someone because you're trying to gain a control, you're trying to push something faster than it's about to be pushed, or you're pushing something that it can be pushed at this moment. There has to be an element of divine timing. And what the universe, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Okay, it could happen in an hour. It could happen in a minute. It could happen in, you know, whatever timeline that it's supposed to happen. But the more that we put that detail into the final result of what it is that we want to achieve, and not worry about the end, the middle, okay, that we allow ourselves to go into the unknown, let go of that control, that's when things are truly created for us, right? So we've got the Justice card, fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor, don't give up. Again, you know, sometimes the Justice card comes through. It feels like if you're hanging on to something, a past owie, and I actually said this in my intro. Here's the interesting thing. Part of that control, if we're hanging on to some sort of sense of revenge, okay, or let's say somebody did you wrong, right? And you're expecting an apology, or you're expecting this, and you're not moving forward because of that. This card is coming through to say, look at, you know what? It's really none of your business. Yes, maybe the owie, the trauma was done to you, but focusing in on the revenge or what somebody has over you, what you have, all of that crap is really none of your business. Okay, your dreams are not the same as somebody else's dreams. Maybe that person manifested something for themselves. And if they did do you wrong, okay, if they truly did you wrong, and with an intention of placing you in a you know, causing some sort of trauma to you in their actions, then the universe is saying, you know what? We'll fight for it. Okay, we'll take this over. Okay, let you just put out there what, again, you're trying to manifest, go into the unknown. It's none of your business into the unknown. Okay, it's none of your business how we deal with that karma. Okay, karma can appear in 1,100,000 different ways. It's not your business to sit there and wait for that karma to happen towards another person. You just go work on yourself. You go figure out exactly what it is that you want so that we can create it for you, because all you're doing is by hanging on to this owie, right? Hanging on to this whatever it is that somebody did to you is only going to make that progress up that mountain slower. Again, it's none of your business, right? I hate to say it that way, but it truly isn't. We don't know. Once we let go of something, you know, it's not our business whatever is happening. And it's funny because usually as soon as we let go of something, if we're not hanging on, let's say somebody cheated on you, okay, and you're sitting there and you're like stalking them on Facebook and doing all kinds of, you know, stuff, and you're like, oh, you know, when are they going to break up? When is, you know, I know that this person's going to cheat on the other person. I know that this is going to happen. You know, when is that person's karma going to happen? We're, you know, we're basically just putting ourselves into a place of not moving forward, right? We're hanging on to this energy, and it's just building and building and building, and we're hanging on to the owie of it, right? And once you let go of it, it almost always 99% of it the time it happens, you let go of that energy, and boom, you're going to hear from somebody, or all of a sudden you're going to see something or whatever it is, and you know, it's like, oh yeah, hey, did you hear about, you know, Bob or Jill or whatever the person's name is? Yeah, did you hear that their partner just cheated on them? Did you hear this? Did you hear that? Like, you know, all of a sudden, boom, that karma was taken care of. It's not your business, though, in the process of it, okay? You have to take a step back, focus in on yourself, climb your own mountain, and just release that energy, because that hanging on to is not going to manifest for your dreams. We've got the Town of Raphael. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after. Absolutely. As soon as you let this go, going into the unknown. Again, put it in the energy towards this. towards this 10 of Cups energy. Put the energy in toward the completion of your manifestation. We've got the 2 of Gabriel. Make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. Yeah, and sometimes, here's the thing, is sometimes those traumas, those owies, those drama that we think we're going to benefit from, even though somebody did us harm, it's really allowing, once we release it, we head into the unknown. It's amazing how fast the universe will bring us those people that is going to push us forward. They're going to come in with, might be, if it's a new, let's say it's a relationship, and if you're hanging on to that old energy of that relationship and waiting for somebody's karma to happen to them, and, you're in a place of misery, you're hanging on to this old energy. Basically what it's saying is, like, as soon as you let go of it, maybe the universe is going to bring in somebody else. Hey, there you go. Somebody that is truly, supposed to be on your path. It also could clear up that karma, could clear up that energy to bring maybe that person back to you. But it can't bring it back to you when you're stuck in that old energy of, when is this going to happen? Or you're trying to control something. You're trying to, create something. And remember, karma plays both ways. And I feel like this is important to say. Karma plays both ways. So if you're trying to create situations that are going to be of harm or heal or hurt somebody else and give them owies, karma plays that role back at you. Whether we like it or not, we're going to get slammed with it too. Okay? So this is what it's really telling you here. Let go, move forward, head into the unknown. Keep that open mind, that open perspective. Allow, put the details into what it is that's going to be your beautiful creation. Right? Yeah, 7 of Michael coming through. There's a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not always be the best answer. Review all the details. So again, I do feel like you do need to put a lot of details into something, but this is really giving you that kind of that final warning. Like, not final warning, I don't mean it to sound so ominous, but it's really saying there's a better course of action. So whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're hanging on to, whatever it is that you're grasping, you're trying to have control of, let it go. Head into the unknown. Allow karma to play itself out. Okay? Allow whatever is supposed to happen in this situation happen. Your job, if you choose to accept it, and it's going to be the way to manifest your desires and your wishes. Your job, if you choose to accept it, is to let go. Let go. Head into the unknown and start climbing that mountain with faith and hope and a feeling of prosperity and completion. Write it all out. Put the energy into what it is that you are wanting to create. All right? So we're going to look into, is my energy strong and allowing at this time towards what it is I'm desiring to manifest? So where is your energy now? So we're going to get some cards from the angels here, see what they have to say. Where is your energy at this time? Is your energy strong and allowing? Okay, is this what you are allowing? Have you released what it is that you need to release? Are you still trying to control? Are you still trying to and again, it's not controlling the outcome. Okay, you need to control what it is, and I'm using the wrong word. You need to create the outcome. Okay, so again, whether it's a job, imagine yourself in that job. Imagine yourself doing that job. Maybe you're trying to manifest a car. Hey, imagine yourself, in that car. Imagine yourself driving down the road. Imagine the leather. Imagine the steering wheel. Imagine all those stuff. Put your thoughts and intentions and desires into what it is that you're creating. Same with a relationship. But don't control how it comes to you, right? And that's what we're checking into right now. So is your energy strong and allowing at the time? Okay. Are you manifesting what it is that you are wanting to manifest? Are you heading in that direction? All right. And it says be assertive, helpful people, and peaceful resolution. Interesting, because again, we go back to that karma, because I kept feeling it, right? And it says peaceful resolution. I feel like no matter what the issue is in regards to possibly another person, it could be a situation, I do feel there's going to be help coming through there. And this is what I'm getting. This could be from outside help. Remember, sometimes the angels bring in people that are angels, right? We have human angels that are maybe, for a specific task, but again, you have to let go of the control. This could be actually just your angels coming through in order to create a peaceful resolution for you. Now, when it says to be assertive, I feel like this is be assertive with yourself in your own mind. Be assertive with you, okay? Be assertive. But in the same degree, don't let people, like if you've got an owie, right? And I don't mean to put that on as some sort of like, I'm not trying to make light of that. Okay. If we've got a past trauma, what we also don't want to do is repeat the cycle. Be assertive, stand up for yourself, recognize that cycle. Because if we're just repeating the cycle, that's not going to help us either. If somebody has done a trauma to you in the past, don't allow them to do it again. Take that step back, right? And allow a peaceful resolution in some manner. Okay, and again, this could be just you moving forward into a new relationship. Maybe it's just gathering your own energy, creating your own desire, your own manifestation, whatever it is. But you don't want to get caught up into, and this might even be assertive with your own mind, right? It could be assertive in the extent of maybe you have to remind yourself several times, hey, look, you know what? It's not my job to be wishing, bad things upon somebody, or that they're going to, receive their karma. Or it could be very much, I'm going to be assertive in the fact that I'm not going to stalk somebody on social media and see what they're up to and see if they're, receiving that karma or whatever it is, right? It's be assertive. So be assertive in whatever, in whatever manner that this is resonating with you at this time. But it really does say, allow us. There's helpful people or angels or guards or guides or guardians that are coming in to help create this peaceful resolution. Your job is to create what it is that you want to create. I'm actually just going to pull some clarifying cards for this. I meant to do that and I pulled it down too fast because I was getting caught up in my words, but let's get some clarifying cards in regards to this at this time. So we're going to clarify some clarifying cards. I'm hearing to stop. Helpful people. Yeah. Change your life. There we go. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. Okay, so what I'm getting here, again, be assertive in making that change, okay? It does feel like this is going to be very important. Be assertive in releasing the control. You know what? When this Tower card comes through, right? This is like boom, boom. That Tower smacks down. You don't have control of that. Right? You don't have control of that. We don't have control of that, those sort of things. But remember, when that tower comes down, it's usually because it's empty anyway. Right? A wrecking ball comes through, it's because it's hitting an empty building. So there's nothing in there to really hang on to. So it's really what it's saying is let go, a sudden revelation. Go into the unknown. We don't know what happens when that tower comes down. What we have to do is let go of the control and allow that tower to be rebuilt some way on its own. Right? Six of Ariel. So material needs get fulfilled in a magical and unexpected ways. Peaceful resolutions. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. So one of the ways to actually get through this, releasing control, and allowing things to happen, letting go of past traumas, and again, dramas, whatever it is allowing ourselves that tenderness, that kindness, and that compassion towards others. And this could be either allowing ourselves to receive compassion, all right, but also giving compassion. And, this could be compassion towards those who have hurt us. Hate to say it, but sometimes that's the need to be. We don't know the situation or where they were within their mindset in order to create some sort of trauma towards us. Sometimes we need to show compassion towards that. Doesn't mean that you're sitting there going, oh yeah, please stomp all over me, because it's saying no. Be assertive in the fact that you're not, right? But maybe have compassion. Maybe they don't have the knowledge that you have. Maybe they don't have the same, whatever it is, heart. Maybe they don't have the same mind. Maybe, there's reasons why people hurt other people, and it's usually because they're unhappy within themselves in some manner, right? And what it's saying is show compassion towards that. It doesn't mean that you need to get caught up into that drama or that circle or the trauma of that. It's releasing and letting go, coming to a peaceful resolution. Maybe this might even be an opportunity for you to show compassion towards others. Maybe it's not that person. Maybe this is a time, as you're going through this healing process and again letting go of the control, go out and help those that are in need. Okay? Go out and help. Maybe you're that helpful person. Okay, that brings about some sort of peace. Okay, peace to yourself. It could even bring some sort of, because changing that energy really helps bring peace to other things around us, right? It might even just bring a surprising revelation, the surprising resolution to a situation, because now you're not focused on it. You're focused in on showing compassion and healing towards others in some way. But again, we've got that unknown going into the unknown. We don't know what it's going to be. You don't want to walk in with the intention, oh, if I do this, I'm going to expect a miracle. No, it doesn't work like that, right? You're going to want to walk in with the intention of giving compassion and healing towards others in order to help yourself open up to receiving and help them open up to receiving, and also giving from our hearts. Divine guidance. Look at this. The search for the meaning of life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. So this is being divinely guided. Whatever situation this is, whatever manifestation you're trying to bring into your life, it is being divinely guided. But again, let go of the control. Ada Gabriel, a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. Yeah, so I feel, again, as soon as you let go of that control, things really start to, that's where things really start to move, all right? It's kind of like, okay, let's take a look at this card just as an example, as she's flying. Let's say somebody was, if she was hanging on, or somebody was hanging on to her, she's not going to fly. Right? And that's what control is. If you're hanging on to it, you're not allowing that energy to flow, ebb and flow, right? You're not allowing it to move forward. You're hanging on to it. And that's what it's saying is like divinely guided. This is being divinely guided. Let go of the control. There is going to be an amazing peaceful resolution or a creation within your manifestation. But there's a lot of cards here about sudden. Right? We've got your change your life. We've got this 8 of Wands coming through. We've got these 2 cards that are saying, look at, you know what? Things will happen. Things might happen surprisingly and fast as soon as you let go. And the Magician, yeah, you've got all the tools. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. Again, set what it is. The Magician knows the end of the trick. Right? He knows he's got all the tools to pull the rabbit out of the hat, or, whatever it is that energetically he's trying to create, whether it's a magic trick. I mean, I'm just using that as a silly example, but you know what I'm saying? The Magician has all the tools, right? What you have to do is, again, create the end result. Create the end result within your mind's eye, within your visions, within your feelings, within your emotions, within your core. And let the rest of it be. Let the rest of it be, and it will start creating itself. And we've got the Ace of Gabriel, a gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration. A chance to do something amazing, a sense of wonder. I love it. Walk in with a sense of wonder, walking into that unknown. We had that unknown card come through, and that's exactly what that is. It's like a sense of wonder. It's like, oh my God, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how this is going to be created. This, but that's how miracles are created, because we let go. We let go. I love that. You're walking in with this sense of wonder, and you're like, oh my God, this is absolutely even maybe better than I did imagine. But putting all of those emotions and feelings into the outcome of what it is that you're manifesting, that's going to be the beautiful miracle, right? The miracle is how it's being created, but that's not up to you. All right. So let us take a look into how can I be more active in chasing my desires? All right. So let's see what's coming through for this. How can I be more active? Because even though we're letting go of control, doesn't mean that we can't be active in other areas. What is it that we need to focus on? Maybe there's other things to focus on other than, it's not about control, or it's not about hanging on to stuff, or it's not about, other people's karma. Where do we need to put our focus? What else can we do, right? What is it that we can do at this time? Where can we be more active? All right. Find your center. Yeah. Your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside of you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? Remember, heal the owie, right? Heal the owie, because that is being created from inside. That is being created from inside. It doesn't mean that things can't just happen, okay? It's not like we're creating all of these things or anything negative all the time. I'm not saying that. But it is saying, look, at if we're caught, if we're feeling like we're in a center of chaos right now, and you're not seeing your manifest, you're sitting there wondering, how do I don't even know if I can create this manifestation. I don't even know if I can get to my dream. I have to control every moment. And then as you're trying to control things, more chaos happens. Like it's like a circle, right? Circles. That's what I keep getting. You have to stop. Find your center and look for that peace inside of you in order to start creating peace on the outside. It also talks about animal kingdom. Animals of all types are extraordinary creatures and miraculous gifts to us. They've been our spiritual companions since the dawn of time. At this moment, they have lessons to share with you that will open your heart and soul. Hey, maybe for some of you, that giving and receiving, maybe it's talking about working with animals. Don't know. It's going to resonate with some of you. Take it as it resonates. I do feel, though, it very well could be also spirit guides. It could also be asking for a sign that may come in some sort of, spirit animal. Okay. So if you're asking for a sign, kind of look around you, see what appears. The other day I had a dragonfly land right on my hand, and I knew exactly what it meant. It was like what it meant. It was amazing, just beautiful. It was like I was asking for a sign, and this dragonfly literally just appeared out of nowhere and just went boop, like that. It's like, thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sometimes that's exactly what we need to do. Just so you know, if you Google whatever spirit animal comes through, you can usually find it. Just go, animal spiritual meaning or anim totem meaning, whatever it is, but you'll find it, right? It also talks about inspire passion. Life devoid of passion can be boring, uninspired, a blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. Now is the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. How freaking beautiful. This is exactly what I was talking about. If you are stuck, right? Now is the time to reignite your passions. We also had, that card of passion coming through, that Ace of Gabriel coming through. Like, okay, put your passion into what it is that you're desiring instead of what it is that you're trying to controlling or with the things that aren't working. So if you're stuck in this cycle, you're not moving forward. You want to let go. You want to let go. Again, put the passion towards what it is that you're desiring. Okay? in the positive way for your own manifestations, your own creations, your own beautiful dreams. That's where that manifestation has to go towards. I love it. I absolutely love it. So we're looking into what is a suppressed emotion that I should resolve or release. So we're going to be using, oops, I just dropped a bunch of cards, sorry. We're using these dark mirror cards, and these can be pretty deep. Now I don't, if I may need to look up some of them because I may not know all of them, just so you know, but I am going to probably just get the gist of each card from the book. And usually I work with intuition, but for some of these, I also want to make sure that the right message is coming through, okay? Or the message that you might possibly need that is coming through. So we're going to take a look. So again, what is it that we need to confront? Or what suppressed emotion do I need to resolve or release at this time? Obsession. Can't make this up. Can't make this up. Obsession. The child I was meant to be. And atonement. Okay, let's take a look. So I'm just going to read the very, it's like at the beginning. It's just a really little small snippet. So we're looking at obsession. There's nothing else that can replace my focus. So you're basically in this, for some of you, this is going to resonate. What is deep down inside of us? Okay, again, this obsession, it might be this obsession with control. It could be an obsession towards something, healing that owie, okay? You might be so focused on the owie that you're not allowing yourself to manifest what it is, okay? There's nothing else that can replace my focus. Yes, there is, right? And this is this is the basic theme of the card. It's like, I'm so focused on this. I'm obsessed with this. But you're not letting go of the control of it, right? The child I was meant to be. Let's take a look at that one. And this is card number, sorry, I got to pull that down. I can't see that far. 8. An instant of clarity is the light I needed. Who knows? Maybe that clarity is coming from this reading, right? Maybe this is something that you needed to hear, and you might be saying, whatever it is, maybe you're mad at me. It doesn't really matter. Maybe you're denying something, doesn't matter, whatever, but it is saying the child I was meant to be, and it does talk about an instant of clarity is the light I needed. Sometimes, again, asking for the sign. I keep feeling something about a sign, okay, and this very well could have to do with spiritual, or, animals, and maybe even saw an animal in the last couple of days that you're just like, wow, for some reason I feel really drawn to this, or I feel like this is an important moment in some way. Take a look at that, because that might be saying that was some sort of sign coming to you, a moment of clarity that you were supposed to have. And it feels like for some of you, it's like as soon as you release, that's when the divine guidance is allowed to come in. It's allowed to flow right through you. Now we have atonement, okay? And let's take a look at that, number 31. Accepting the full burden of responsibility, the fair as well as the unfair, with no discount. Right? Accepting the full burden of it. So here's the thing, again, going back to, I kept feeling revenge of some sort. It could be, karmic situations of some sort. It could be whatever it is. It's really saying that atonement, okay? Allow the universe to take care of the atonement. It's not up to you. All right? And wishing atonement or trying to create atonement. Well, I'm not going to say wishing. I mean, if it's a passing thing, as long as you're not obsessing on, somebody getting revenge or giving revenge to somebody, if that's not your whole focus, I mean, quite honestly, I don't know of anybody who doesn't say, well, Jesus, I wish that could happen to them so they would know what it feels like, right? We've all done that. But, we also don't want to get caught up into that feeling of obsession about it. We don't want to get caught up into that feeling where, this is all we're focusing in on. Remember, that karma can play back at us too. And that's where this atonement is coming through. It's also saying, like, let it go. Not your business. Let the universe atone for you at this time. The universe will create its own karma towards, whatever negative energy somebody purposely tried to do to another human. Okay? That's the bottom line. That's the way karma works, right? So atonement, we've got that Two of Michael. It will be better if you just make a decision and over analyzing a problem, find a compromise. So again, this very well could have to do with this obsession, because it feels like you're obsessing. For some of you, it could be obsessing over something. You might be obsessing over a decision. Maybe you're obsessing, or you're not making a decision about just letting go and moving forward. Because I do feel that for some of you, we already know this, right? We already know we have to let go of control. We already know that we have to, sort of take a step back, focus on just our visions and our dreams, and let the universe take care of it for us. We already know that, but we sometimes have to make that decision. When that Two of Swords comes through, what it's really saying is, like, just let it be. Like, you've got the magical, you've got these beautiful, beautiful, unicorns in here. Unicorns are magical, right? How do you create magic if you're trying to control the magic? Like, if you're trying to, poke at it in every way, that's not magic. Right? That's something completely different, right? And you have to allow that magic to happen, right? Allow the magic to happen. The Night King of Gabriel. Yeah, keep your eyes. I can't make this up, guys. Honestly, keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Exactly what this whole freaking reading was about. It's absolutely beautiful. I love that. Experience that leads to success, genuine concern for others. Absolutely. Again, we did have that that card of, showing compassion. This, and also the Six of, Pentacles, allowing, giving and receiving. Showing genuine concern, showing genuine compassion. But here's the thing, keep your eyes on the big picture, people, on the big picture, right? And what an amazing card, that King of Wands, because it talks about new passion. It's like that Ace of Wands that came through, new passion, new beginnings, new adventure. There's something beautiful, create the beauty. That's what I feel. Create the beauty. Leave the rest of the junk to the universe, right? Because through that process, peace, release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. We cannot be any more clear. Cannot. We just cannot be any more clearer. So, all right. So now we're going to talk about how can I confront and release this suppressed emotion. So we're going to get into the healing cards here. Okay, this is Heal Thyself cards. Heal yourself cards. How do you confront this? What is the way? What is the way through this process? All right, let's take a look. What is the way through the process in order to confront these emotions? In order to let go of the need for atonement? In order to let go of some of that obsession, right? Okay. All right. Entrapment. Yeah, we get entrapped in our mind. Again, that World card coming through, right? We had that card that was coming through that was saying here, look at, find your center. Get out of that trap, right? Get out of that trap. Get out of that inner trap. For some of you, it's interesting because we actually do have this like pandemic bird, you know, that this is what they used to wear, you know, during the times where we had the pandemics, right? And this used to be like that, I'm not saying this correctly, but you know, it was like the plague mask, right? And it's interesting. So if that does relate to some of you, it's a feeling of entrapment. It could be a feeling of, look, I've been in so long, I'm starting to feel trapped. You know, there might be something behind that. It might be time to, you know, move forward a little bit. It doesn't mean put yourself in danger by any means, you know, or anything like that. But I am feeling here that for some of you, you know, a lot of these mindsets could be because we're having that feeling of being trapped at this moment. Take it as it resonates, but it is something that it's saying here, find your center with, okay? Time to find your center with, time to do your own releasing and your own healing. We've also got the alchemy card. I absolutely love that. That alchemy card coming in, the blending of energies, that justice card. Okay, this is like that justice card. It's allowing things to blend and heal. It's allowing things, but again, focus on what it is that you want, right? This is how you heal. Focus on the blending of these beautiful energies, the blending of what it is that you desire and what it is that you're trying to manifest, and allow yourself to go through that healing process and release, okay? Release that feeling of feeling like you're stuck in a place, feeling of, you know, not releasing that owie that we had, okay? Maybe feeling entrapped in regards to revenge of something, or seeking some sort of karmic justice. You need to get into this place of alchemy. All right. We're also talking about, it's also talking about temptation. So I do feel that for some of you, you know, this very well could have to do with relationships, right? It could have to do with relationships. I do feel that some of you are going to receive that temptation to maybe go backwards in some way. You might be making this progress, you know, even up that mountain that we had, but at the same time, you know, that temptation can pull you back into this circle. And what it's saying here is to really try to resist that temptation of getting drawn into something that is no longer benefiting you, getting trapped in that temptation of that entrapment. Once you get into that temptation, really work on creating that balance, okay, out of it. Take a step back, release the cycle of that you're going in, because we know that when we repeat cycles like that, all we're doing is repeating the possibility of the trauma and the drama that was keeping us from moving forward in the first place. All right. So again, you know, I feel like for some of you that is going to resonate, you know, quite deeply. We're all now going to look in, how do I connect with my higher self for this manifestation? Let's take a look. How can I connect with my higher self for this manifestation? Inner trust, yeah, absolutely. I feel like this, and I feel like that one. So what is coming through here? We've got releasing allegiances. Yeah, releasing those things. I see, like, look at her body, right? it's like, you know, it's covered in, you know, it's got these bees or some sort of bugs on it. It's like allegiances. I feel like these are things that are no longer necessary. Again, releasing that karmic past, having that inner trust, and visions a life beyond death, which is really interesting. I actually feel like for some of you, you know, you might have actual insight. You might have, you know, abilities to some degree. Maybe you have some sort of psychic gifts that, you know, now the other thing I'm actually feeling here is that for those of you that do have deeper insight, it might not always have to do with mediumship. It could be just that you're very psychic, or that you have, you know, certain abilities. What that can do is that it can bring us into a cycle at times if we don't know how to use that alchemy. If we don't know how to balance our inner and outer selves, it can lead us into a place that we're feeling sort of trapped within. So what this is saying is, how can I connect with my higher self? I feel like it's time to go in and really talk to your guides. Maybe look at some, you know, meditations. If you've never meditated before, you can even look into some guided meditations. They're all over the, you know, all over YouTube. Look at ones that, you know, really resonate with you. Visions of life beyond death. This is absolutely beautiful, but I do feel like this is a time to go in and have that inner communication with yourself, releasing past attachments, and also not putting an attachment onto the creation of what it is that you are manifesting. Have that inner trust. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful way to, you know, really draw in all of the energy that it is in order for your desires. I absolutely love that. Now we're going to look into messages from the universe. This is going to be a final message from the universe as to what it is that we need to hear at this time. Inner trust, guys, I'm telling you, having that inner trust, going into, you know, even if you don't like meditating, you know, it doesn't mean that you have to sit there quietly in meditation and all of that stuff. You know, everybody puts such emphasis on meditation, whereas meditation can literally be a walk around the beach and just emptying your mind, trying to stay in the present moment. It could be a walk in the forest. It could be going for maybe a car ride and blasting your music, but not focusing in on what it is that, you know, you're trying to not focusing in on the things that are holding you back, focusing in on that owie. It's like, go in, create what it is that you want to create. Sit in the car, blast the music, think about your creations and how, you know, how good they're going to feel. Things like that, you know, that can be meditation, right? And then having that trust, that guidance that the universe is working towards us. It's working for us in this process. Yeah. Love it. Okay. So, card that's coming in. Insight. Yeah, look at that. Magical tools, writing, star crafting. Exactly what I just said. It's time. Like, manifest your dreams. You know, walk along the beach. And, you know, if you're looking for a relationship, imagine walking, you know, with your partner. You know, imagine conversations, imagine the beautiful things, like not the fighting and all of that other crap, but I'm talking about you're building for the future, doing whatever it is. Or, you know, for some of you, journaling, right? Writing down our manifestations and our desires and putting that energy and those emotions into it really helps us to create, or it helps our desires to come to fruition faster, is what I'm getting. It's also talking about the pathway, direction, purpose, change. Change your direction. Change your direction from focusing in on that controlling, trying to create. Again, I'm talking about two different creations. Create the future that you want, but don't put control into how it gets there, and let go of karmic situations and what, you know, you wish would happen to possibly other people or other situations. Okay, really what your job is to change your direction and just focus in on this beautiful divine manifestation that is coming to you. Trust yourself. Allow it to flow. That alchemy card, allow it. Just allow it to flow, right? Allow it to be created. Allow the universe to bring it to you at this time. So I truly hope that that has helped. If this reading resonated with you, please click like, please share my video, and please subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much, and have a very blessed day.